Yo, yo. You know, xQc is the GOAT, and we have to glaze the GOAT because the GOAT is just so good, right? He's always right, and well, he always wins. His stakes are to die for. He's just so good and so great, and we should never stop. We should never stop watching the GOAT. We should keep watching the GOAT forever because he's always good. And then when he quits, and we watch again and again to learn, because there's never enough, or there's never something we've never learned everything, right? The GOAT always has more to say, right? And there's always more depth to his words. Okay, Camp 14. What is Camp 14? I wonder. Hold on. There it is.
Maybe better.
Class is about to start for these 40 school kids.
I'll watch more guys.
Like every week, the teacher starts searching everyone's pockets.
Why is it so quiet?
This time, he finds something on a little girl. 5 kernels of grain. The teacher snaps and commands the girl to come up front.
See, these editors always just turn down the volume for no reason.
With a wooden stick, he strikes her on the head. Again, and again, and again, and again. Her classmates watch in silence. The beating goes on until the little girl collapses. Afterwards, her classmates carry her home. The same night, she dies.
Hassan Dog POV.
The little girl and the other 39 children are all inmates in one of North Korea's deadliest prison camps, Camp 14.
Comparisons have been drawn to the Nazi death camps, to the Soviet Gulag. You know, they're accurate, and in their own way, they're different.
A lawless detention facility hidden in the mountains of Kaeshan, a place where people are imprisoned for the crimes of their parents. Once you end up here, you will most likely die here.
This is truly a space that is outside humanity, let me say that.
Prisoners are forced to work under inhumane conditions. The smallest mistake can cost them their lives. Escape is almost impossible. Only a handful make it out, risking everything on deadly routes.
Chat, it should be the opposite. 2 birds with 1 stone. Cheating in video games is a crime, and parents are responsible for the crimes of their children. Now hold on. Now, I bet your ass you don't have people going around doing wild shit on the internet, doing some fucking dumbass shit. Because their parents would be on their ass about it, and they would actually be monitoring their internet activity, which is probably off the rocker.
North Korea, there are several of these death camps, and the regime has kept them a secret for decades.
2036.
But through the relentless work of human rights organizations, satellite imagery, and reports from survivors, we can have a glimpse at these facilities. Why are people being sent to Camp 14? What does daily life look like inside its walls? What horrors do the inmates face?
xQc
And how do people actually get out? This is the story of the most horrific prison camp in North Korea.
I don't think he chooses to be
This story
evil.
is based on Escape from Camp 14 by Blaine Hardin. One former prisoner of Camp 14 later changed parts of the story. Every time you see this symbol, it marks those revisions. If you want to know more about the exact changes and the reasons behind them, we recommend reading this article. Since North Korea denies the existence of these camps, independent verification is not possible.
I don't think it's a dumb take. I feel like a lot of other countries, other cultures, do things differently that are bad. You know, right? And I think people.
What?
Maybe better.
The teachers.
The hell was that? What?
It is secured by
Regime character. But if you're suspected of being anti-regime, of being a wrongdoer,
14 by Blaine Hardin. One former prisoner of Camp 14 later changed
I
parts
think
of
they
the
have their own
story.
regime and they don't
Every
give a
time you
fuck about
see this
anybody
symbol,
else's.
it marks those revisions. If you want to know more about the exact changes and the reasons behind them, we recommend reading this article. Since North Korea denies the existence of these camps, independent verification is not
I don't
possible.
think it's a dumb take. I feel like a lot of other countries, other cultures do things differently that are bad, you know, right? And I think people turn a blind eye, and I feel like people should be harsh about North Korea's stuff. I think there's a lot of other places also too, but people say, oh no, yeah, this is normal, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Shin Dong-hyuk is just a young boy when he witnesses the little girl being punished for having food in her pocket. Shin has no doubt she deserved it. After all, she stole food.
I'll give examples.
And in Camp 14, stealing means death. He doesn't question it. He knows nothing else. The camp rules are his reality.
Well,
Shin was
I know
born in
examples, I'm
Camp
not going to say
14,
them.
but his parents didn't fall in love. They were assigned to each other by prison guards. Intimacy between men and women is strictly forbidden. If a woman becomes pregnant without permission, both she and the baby are shot. In Camp 14, there is only one way to have a child: promotion. Those who work hard, and more importantly, snitch on others, may be granted a reward marriage. This is how Shin Dong-hyuk and his older brother Shin Hee-gyun come into the world. But they don't grow up as a real family. Their mother never talks about the past. Shin has no clue why his parents were imprisoned, and it probably wouldn't matter anyway.
It's all about suspicion. You know, you don't have to be an anti-regime character. But if you're suspected of being anti-regime, of being a wrongdoer, a wrong thinker, of having engaged in wrong associations, they will send you to the camp.
This is Greg Scarlatoiu.
I don't mean to be rude. Why are all the models, or most of them in these graphs, just normal, like, white dudes? Is North Korea is mostly Korean, born, like, no? No normal, as in everyday, like, what? Does this guy look North Korean? North Korean? Okay.
They will send you to the camp.
This is Greg Scarlatoiu.
Yeah, he does look kind of normal, yeah.
Well, I guess I'm insensitive, I guess. I don't know.
He looks normal.
For years, Greg and his team have been investigating human rights abuses at these camps. Like many others, Shin will most likely stay in Camp 14 for the rest of his life, even though he never committed a crime.
Guys,
this is
yeah, I don't think that's intentional. They just use stock models, yeah.
Promotion came slightly better.
What do we call somebody, chat, that doesn't use a lot of emojis in chat? We call it a Normandy, a Norman, a Norman, a normal guy.
Normandy.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Every day, I'm just a regular, everyday, normal guy. You're a normal guy. I'm a normal guy. You're a normal guy. Some guys might be Asian normal guys. You might be a white normal guy. Everybody can be a normal guy. In this instance, it's just a white normal guy.
Housing. They share it with 3 other families and sleep on the floor. There is a single light bulb in the kitchen. Electricity works for just 2 hours a day. There's no running water, no furniture, no shower, and barely enough food to survive. The building is part of a model village, one of many. Camp 14 is estimated to cover around 153 square kilometers, almost 3 times the size of Manhattan. It is secured by a 60-kilometer fence, patrol paths, barracks, guard posts, and checkpoints. The whole area stretches from river valleys to mountain peaks. The wilderness and the Taedong River act as a natural barrier, an immense obstacle course separating the facility from the outside world.
Okay.
Little villages are scattered across the vast area, containing housing and working units.
These are sprawling
It's like a gulag.
facilities. They're very large facilities. So at some of these facilities, you see farming, agriculture going on. You see some of these facilities that are adjacent to coal mines or other types of mineral exploitation.
Researching and animating topics like these take a lot of click. The camp has its own railroad network and generates its own electricity. And it also has a school. This is where Shin goes every day. His teacher wears a guard's uniform, carries a weapon, and teaches obedience above all else. Camp rules are brutal. There are 10 of them. Even the smallest violation can lead to execution. Shin memorizes them all. Rule 1. Any witness to an attempted escape who fails to report it will be shot immediately. Rule 3. Anyone who steals or conceals any foodstuffs will be shot immediately. Rule 5. Anyone who holds or hides a fugitive's possessions, conspires with him, or fails to report him will be shot immediately.
What do you say, man? I mean, you're just wrong.
Without mercy.
Dude, no, you're not wrong, you're lying. Dude, you are completely incorrect. xQc is the GOAT. And you know why? Because the legacy speaks for itself. If you just observe, you learn the truth. All you have to do is look, and you will know xQc is the GOAT. Dude.
들어오게 되면 사람이 아니에요. 사람이 아니고 내 마음대로 해도 돼요. 그 안에 사람은 그 자리에서 죽이겠으면 죽이고 살리겠으면 살리고 하는 건 내 마음이에요. 뭐 설명해 주세요.
Across North Korea, there are different types of detention facilities. The worst of them are called Kwanliso. Camp 14 is one of them. It's also called a total control zone.
People never get out of those. You know, they just waste away. They get killed by this vicious cycle of malnutrition and forced labor.
Shin's mother has to
Like the gulag.
10 to 15 hours of hard labor every day. If she meets her quota, she receives food, just enough to survive the night and make it through the next day.
North Korea is all about production targets. If you don't meet them, and probably you will not meet them, you'll get less food, more work, less food, more work, and that's how you waste away and die. That's, you know, the truly tragic story of these camps.
Dude, like you.
From the moment Shin starts school, his life is split between the classroom and hard labor in the coal mine. Long work days are made worse by a constant gnawing hunger. Before school, Shin often eats his mother's portion while she's still out in the fields. She beats him for it, but he does it anyway. To him, she's not a source of love or care. She's a rival in the fight for every meager scrap of food. This is Shin's meal, served 3 times a day for his entire prison life. If he makes a mistake, his portion is cut in half as punishment. Sometimes he and the other inmates catch rats, the only source of meat in Camp 14. For Shin, this isn't as much as a nightmare. It's normal life. He has never seen the world beyond the barbed wire.
That's crazy.
Unlike this man.
Kim Jong.
He's in his mid-40s when he's brought to Camp 14. He knows the world outside very well. In fact, he was a high-ranking military officer and
it's really raw. It's really out there.
President of a state-owned company. In his former life, he enjoyed culture, a chauffeur, and all the benefits of being a government employee. Now he's also forced to work in the coal mines. Kim didn't break any laws to get here. His parents did. In North Korea, this form of collective punishment is called yunjoje, guilt by association.
He has a bunch of sources at the bottom.
Up to 3 generations can be punished for crimes of family members. When Kim was a child, his father and brother were accused of spying for the United States, enough to execute them.
This is so... I mean, what's wrong with this country anyway, if this is true? Like, why would you punish a child for their parents' crimes? That makes no sense at all. It just seems like something that they come up with to get more people to go to the gulag.
After that, Kim was brought to an...
That's just the Chinese mindset, dude.
It took more than 40 years until someone found out about his true heritage. Even Kim himself wasn't aware of the supposed crimes his family allegedly committed.
There's absolutely no judicial process. This is extrajudicial punishment. They'll just, you know, take you away in the middle of the night, together with your family members. You just disappear. That's how it goes.
개인아직 잡아가는 건 없어요.
What if, let's say, mistakenly, they want to deliver Elon Musk's a satellite, you know, the fucking sky bullshit. Drop some devices, packages of fucking iPhones, right? They just Starlink phones. They just land in a few places. People can pick them up on the ground. Boom. What? Nah, whatever.
밤에 그냥 원래 그냥 어느 순간에 와서 싹 다 쓸어가.
I'm saying, can they show some of this?
정치범 수용소에 가서도 그 가족들은 우리가
no, they're gonna get them.
그걸 모른다는 거죠.
Fear is the most powerful tool for prison guards to keep inmates in line. During Kim's time in Camp 14, a total of 25 inmates are executed. One day, he witnesses a fellow prisoner being killed for collecting chestnuts that had fallen from a tree. Kim spends most of his days underground. Hours and hours of endless work with no sunlight and no mercy. Kim struggles. He's never faced labor like this before. Mistakes are inevitable, and every one of them is met with the punishment of a guard who never leaves his side. One day, a guard strikes Kim with the butt of his gun till he falls unconscious. For the next 2 days, he only receives half his meals. After more than 2 months of living like this in Camp 14, Kim decides to end.
What is their brain processing power to think, oh, I'm gonna give him less food and then ask him to do more
free
work?
labor thing doesn't make any sense.
Why don't they just
the country is run by one guy? They don't need
feed
to
them
put them
so
in
they can have
prison
more
to get them
joules to
work
burn
free labor.
to work.
Following a long day of work, he steps into the elevator of a mining shaft. The metal cage ascends until it reaches a height of around 2,000 feet. He pulls the safety pin, and the elevator falls.
What? I mean, that's just terrible design. What the fuck?
The cycle goes on. When Shin is about 6 or 7, the camp's borders shift.
Huh?
His village is merged into the neighboring Camp 18, just across the river. It's said to be slightly less brutal than Camp 14, but for Shin, life hardly changes at all. Shin is 15 and has moved out from his mother's home. He now lives with his father. One day, a teacher allows Shin to spend the night at his mother's house, a reward for good behavior. When he arrives, another guest awaits. It's his brother, Shin Hee-gyun. The 21-year-old works at the prison cement factory, a couple of miles away. Shin doesn't like him at all.
What's worse?
In the middle of the night, Shin wakes up from his sleep.
Bro, really, man?
He hears voices from the kitchen. His brother is talking about escape. His mother seems to support him. Shin's first instinct, he has to report this. He goes to a nearby dorm room and wakes a friend to ask for advice. The friend urges Shin to tell the guards. They go to the school's night guard on duty and report the escape plot. Shin also signs a false police statement, claiming he saw his mother and brother commit murder.
What?
This piece of evidence ultimately leads to an execution order. The guards take Shin to an execution site next to the Taedong River. A crowd has gathered to watch. They drag out his mother and his brother. They're killed in front of Shin's eyes.
What's this guy's problem?
In 1996, Kim Young is transferred to Camp 18. To him, this place feels like heaven. The labor conditions are slightly better, and to his surprise, he reunites with his 70-year-old mother, who is also a prisoner here. But the violence and abuse don't stop. One day, he has to witness how guards beat up his mother and force her to do manual labor. His mother is certain they will both die in the camp. Even though it means risking his life, she urges Kim to leave her behind and escape.
It's 2 stories.
Escaping from a North Korean death camp is almost impossible.
You know, these highly protected facilities. You're talking barbed wire.
Also, chat, guys,
walls, armed guards,
mothers, that can happen.
intersecting lines of fire. You're talking machine guns. Very, very difficult to escape. It's, you know, difficult to escape a detention facility in any civilized country. You know.
Yes, dude, bomb the snow. You know the truth. xQc is the GOAT. Right, all these people in the chat, they're lying. xQc is the GOAT. He's the GOAT, and the legacy is yourself. You know that. No?
Okay.
Yes.
The prisoners are loading
Stop.
fuel
That's
onto a train.
fucking annoying.
Suddenly, they spot something. Grain scattered across the bottom of a train car. It must have transported food before. The scene explodes into chaos. Prisoners drop everything, desperately looking for the tiniest speck of food. The guards start shouting, but no one listens. Kim discovers a narrow space beneath a metal panel in the floor of a coal wagon. He squeezes inside, and as the train rumbles out of Camp 18, he rides with it. Hours later, the train reaches Go-On Station at around 4 a.m. We don't know exactly how, but Kim manages to crawl out of his hideout and disappears into the night. Kim successfully escaped Camp 18, but his path to freedom is still very long. After finding a worker's uniform, he changes clothes and starts a treacherous journey that will take him many months through China and Mongolia to South Korea, where he'll eventually seek asylum. Escaping a prison is one thing. Escaping the country is another. We made a whole video on how to escape North Korea. Link is in the description.
Interesting. He got
Shin
out.
also manages to escape from Camp 18 twice, both times by crawling under a fence. Both times he's recaptured. After his second attempt,
Wait, but I
Shin is
thought they
sent back
killed
to
him
Camp
instantly for
14
anything.
and is thrown into a special detention center, a place with only one purpose: torture.
I still have the scars of my torture and the burn.
I don't get what's the point. Dude, they're wasting so many resources on the guards to keep some fucking under-leveled guys working, but they can't even work because they're so malnourished. They can't even fucking work. Like you get nothing out of it. Actually, it's so pointless.
I'm filled with anger when I stand in front of the mirror and look at my body after a shower.
After 4 weeks of torture, he's thrown into a pitch-black cell. No windows and barely enough space to lie down. There he'll spend the next 6 months. After his release, Shin is thrown back to the general prison population. He has to work in the coal mine, the farm fields, and eventually in a garment factory. This is where he meets Park Young-chul, a man unlike anyone Shin has ever seen. Born into an elite family, Park once held a prestigious job and had seen the world beyond North Korea's borders.
50-month, wow.
By then, Shin already knows he's on the execution list. With Park at his side, he begins planning what will be Shin's third and final escape. Shin and Park are assigned to do some woodwork up in the mountains, along with some prisoners. They're chopping wood near the outer fence. The camp's fence is around 10 feet high and lined with high-voltage barbed wire. The next guard tower is a quarter of a mile away.
xQc.
Shin watches the patrols. There are long gaps between them where no guard is close enough to spot the two. The plan is simple. Wait until dusk so that their footprints can't easily be traced in the snow. They slip through the high-voltage wires without touching them.
Much love, xQcl.
As the sun sets, Shin and Park move closer to the fence. They hack branches, pretending to stack wood. Nobody notices them. Park hesitates. Shin's heart races. He grabs Park's hand and they run. Shin slips. Park reaches the fence before him. He tries to squeeze his head between the two lowest wires and hits one of them. Park's body is not moving. The bottom wire bends under his weight, creating a narrow gap. Shin crawls over Park's body. He is almost past the fence when his legs slip, hitting one of the wires. The voltage tears through him. His pants char. His skin burns from ankle to knee.
I can't.
But somehow he makes it through. Park's body lies dead on the fence. Shin runs without looking back for 2 hours straight until he realizes that he made it. He manages to cross the river to China, and after a journey of almost 2 years, he finally reaches South Korea.
I mean, that's insane.
2 fucking years?
These are all the prison camps that are most likely active in North Korea today. According to Greg Scarlatoiu, the camps are changing, and not for the better.
Someone, they shoot you.
Camps near the border have reportedly been moved further inland.
If you help someone escape, they shoot you. But if you escape twice, they just you back and torture you.
But, like, again, what the fuck, what's the point, dude?
Escape even harder. And some new internal perimeters have appeared.
It's so pointless.
To isolate high-value prisoners.
The third development, in terms of infrastructure, evolution and development, has been the creation of watchtowers.
No, is that maybe the fence has electricity, right? But it only vibrates. It has it can shock, but it doesn't.
What appears to be intersecting lines of fire around the camps that would be meant to basically exterminate those who attempt to leave those camps.
For some camps, evidence is even scarcer.
There's one camp that we know very little about, and that's Camp 16, 1-6. That's very close to the Punggye nuclear testing facility. And I have spoken with the South Korean nuclear scientists who said, look, we don't believe that prisoners are used in digging those tunnels for the nuclear tests, but it is very likely that they will be, used and abused while cleaning up after those nuclear tests.
The HRNK estimates that up to 120,000 people are currently held in North Korean prison camps. In fact, as a viewer of this video, you might know more about them than most North Koreans ever will.
We have to remember that these people are being tortured and maimed today. They were tortured and maimed yesterday. And the same will happen tomorrow. So, you know, I think it's a matter of moral, ethical, religious, and political obligation to continue to maintain our interest in these issues.
This is Shin today. He gradually adjusted to a life in society and became a public speaker and advocate for human rights in North Korea. In 2015, Shin Dong-hyuk retracted parts of his story and admitted to changing certain key details in Escape from Camp 14.
Chat, where does the world draw the line? Because if you're doing all of this shit, it's atrocious, whatever, right? And they say, you know what, dude, fuck it, let's do something wild. Like, I don't know, they do a super mega targeted eugenics, whatever, to try to get a superhuman to spawn in, or does the does the world cave in on, like, does anybody do anything, or do they haven't?
Yeah.
The book's author
That would be pretty cool.
Outlining every change Shin had made. According to Shin,
And they have nukes, yeah, I mean, you can't even send them out too far.
This is a common reaction for victims of torture.
What can they even nuke? They've got shit equipment. Sure, they can destroy shit, but how are they gonna send it far? They can't hit Europe. They can't hit America. What are they gonna do? They're gonna do nothing. They're trash. Actually, their equipment sucks. Man.
In Camp 18, right across the river. Did he witness the execution of his mother and brother? Yes, he did. So the fundamental elements of Shin Dong-hyuk's story did not change.
Shin bears the scars, physical and psychological. They leave little doubt about the abuse and torture he endured.
That's kinda sad. It's pretty sad. Not too bad though. Right. Man, I think I have Hassan fatigue. Dude, it's every day there's an hour-long video about fucking Hassan and his dog.
Let's be honest. This is not the product of evolution.
Oh my god, fucking
Have
rats.
you ever wondered how this fierce, intelligent, and agile animal could have turned into this? A kind of toy for humans. And the worst part? What future awaits them in the next 200, 500, or 1,000 years? It's time to dive deeper into this topic. Let's go back to the beginning.
Charlie, I'm gonna watch this.
Started in the
Oh,
Ice
you know, I'll
Age,
give it a shot.
although researchers
I'll
don't
give it.
agree on the exact moment or place. What is clear is that all modern dogs descend from a common ancestor, the gray wolf, or Canis lupus.
Yeah, but how does it go
which has
down from wolf,
inhabited
though?
our planet for approximately 1 million years.
Domestication.
Animal that earned its place in the evolutionary ladder after millions of years of changes and
Right then.
mutations. Regarded as a great hunter, it developed a sharp sense of smell, excellent hearing over distances of more
selective
than 10
breeding, yeah.
kilometers. Binocular vision with a 250-degree angle and a system of communication through howls, mainly
Hunter
used to
eyes.
attract the attention of its pack. Not to mention its advanced teeth equipped to hold prey, tear, and cut meat. In short, a well-developed species, highly advanced in evolutionary terms.
Dude, I've got a 360-degree
Early
vision.
days dog breeding and selective breeding. I don't think it's unethical. It was needed for their endeavors to survive and to thrive as humans. They did not have the same ethical standards and knowledge of the world that we do now.
Enough to still enjoy
Not even
today.
close to anything.
But certain individuals in remote areas went one step further. They timidly approached the fires lit by primitive humans for
Chad,
warmth.
what
And
FOV
there,
do humans have then?
their patience sometimes
I think it's
forgot,
close to
and they
180,
were
right?
rewarded with
Around
leftovers from that
180.
night's meal. Little by little, they became a faithful companion.
Yeah,
to
because
humans
again, I can
until they
still see
became
this.
inseparable. That marked the beginning.
If I spread my arms out, just side to side, I can still see both of them when I look straight ahead.
But like everything touched
Right.
by man,
Thing is
there would be consequences, and wolves
Yeah, I can
were
still
no
see them
exception.
pretty much.
That relationship eventually led to the domestication of the wolf.
Maybe it's a little bit bigger, but it's around 180.
Vulgaris, or the common dog as we know it today, which appeared around 15,000 years ago. Humans began selecting the tamest individuals, resulting in animals with lower adrenaline and melanin,
xQc,
which caused physical alterations like coat color, giving rise to the first breeds. Later, and through a somewhat primitive artificial selection, they were selecting specific traits that give rise to different breeds of dogs. This, combined with humans' continental migrations, left us with an incredible variety of dog breeds across all continents. The so-called domestication syndrome, different coats, different sizes, bodies, ears, and up to this point, everything seemed fine. But I've always found it super intriguing how it's possible that such a wide variety of breeds was created. In fact, it's much more pronounced than with humans.
Yo, this is where the government is doing something simple. Start classifying small, broken-ass, like broken-nosed dog breeds as rats. You cannot get a rat on the fucking plane. If you cannot bring a rat outside. You can't do that with a rat. So what you do? You get a dog instead. People stop breeding and fucking buying rats because it's a rat. It's a rat.
How does the pug even remotely resemble a golden retriever? I know in terms of affection or as a pet it doesn't matter much, but biologically it's hard for me to understand how they share more than 90% of their genome. To me, it's like comparing an alien to a human. I'm serious. I don't think it's a coincidence that they chose it as one of the protagonists in Men in Black.
Just because something's important doesn't mean it's not very, very small.
How small?
How is it possible that in an effort to create a perfect breed, we ended up designing a fragile, comedic animal that suffers just by existing? It's this paradox that made me create this video and delve much deeper into the topic because I truly believe it's important that we all understand this. We already know all dogs come from wolves, right? Okay. But is it normal that there are dogs completely deformed standing next to their closest relative, the wolf? Absolutely not. Just by looking at the difference in skulls between wolves and pugs, we can already get an idea.
Look at this disgusting.
It looks like a fucking chicken.
Biology has undergone. In fact, the internet is full of memes making this comparison because, although it might seem
mogged,
it's really a reflection of
how we're
evolving as a species.
Dude, don't think this is healthy. What the fuck is that?
Dude, it looks like a piranha.
Demonic.
And I want to focus on the pug, not only because it's one of the oldest breeds, but because I believe it's one of the most mistreated and the best example of what I want to convey. Undoubtedly the most affected. But we've heard this story before, haven't we? In Europe, royal families like the Habsburgs only married their cousins to keep the power in the family, and because of that, they turned out horrible. Since they had no other genes to mix with, their genetic defects became more and more pronounced, until Carlos II of Spain
was my god, what? Yo, what happened? Michaela?
Born. One of the most radical victims of inbreeding and repeated crosses between close relatives. This man was born with a mouth so
a lot of royal families did this.
Rickets, was lame, suffered from
in Egypt, they did this.
Well,
exactly the same thing happened to pure.
That's why royal families had harems, because
the oldest ones,
they wanted to keep power. But they also wanted to create a genetic diversity.
All of this was,
you know, so that's kind of a solution to it, to the problem. Because they knew for a fact that if you had a royal system that didn't try to keep power with a certain system, by keeping either a radical power dynamic between the harem and the guy in power, or inbreeding, you get something like the Franks. You know, Frankish Empire. It's just gonna collapse over time because the family diverges. So the power structure just collapses. Dude, why the fuck do you put this in the video? Come on, man. Now, yeah, dude, they're gonna ban me.
Guys, it had an e-collar. That's what happened
And while
with,
nowadays
with,
there's a lot
with
more
what's going on
caution, and we try not to mix such close relatives,
on the minimum
problems
volume,
of
so it's
excessive
all good.
artificial selection are still there. In fact, all brachycephalic dogs like pugs...
What the fuck is that?
Tell me this isn't demonic.
English and French bulldogs or boxers are much more prone to serious diseases. Remember Carlos II? Well, the same thing happens to them. Their skull is so flat they can barely breathe, which is why they spend much of their time snorting and coughing.
Dude, chat, this is an issue of no forward development.
On average, pugs have
or no bad forward growth.
Developing brachycephalic obstructive airway syndrome. 51 times more likelihood of having narrow nostrils. 13 times more likelihood of suffering from corneal ulcers. 11 times more likelihood of having skin fold dermatitis. 2.5 times more likelihood of becoming obese. And 2 times more likelihood of having overgrown nails. As you can see, it's an animal born to suffer, and honestly, I don't think even 10% of people who buy a dog like this know they can have all these problems. And while it's clear that all purebred dogs, no matter which, are more prone to disease than a mutt, with malformations like hip dysplasia, elbow luxemia...
What does the government allow this, though? I don't really get it. Like, these are sentimental beings, like they're
John, we need to bring back mutt maxing. Do you know all the farmers and all the hunters? They got a fucking mutt. Dude, all the good farmers and good hunters that didn't just pretend to be good at their job. They had a mutt, and they trained that dog to death. Man, they trained it to death, and it just worked for the rest of its life and loved its owner, and just did its job. Man, that's a good dog.
And they get a batch of dogs, they're all cooked, and nobody will buy because they're all this is terrible. What the hell is with them? What happened to them? It's GG. Let's be honest. They're sent to the fucking grinder. Is what it is.
Than walking with your dog, being able to play with them, run, and enjoy their healthy life. But people who choose these kinds of
it is what it is.
What are they really looking for? Do they want something funny? A doll? These dogs can...
How many waves of bad dogs and things that they didn't like and they wasn't gonna sell, or do you think that they've had to get these? Dude, probably fucking thousands on thousands, no?
Barely walk because they suffocate
Millions.
And can hardly see. Think about it. We've gone from having a companion we hunted with to degrading them into a toy we admire, dress up, carry in a purse, a backpack, or even sometimes in a baby stroller. But yes, in today's society, we think pets are just that. Where did the wolf's incredible attributes go? That vision, sense of smell, snout, agility, intelligence. Or, without being too strict, where are the natural abilities of a normal dog compared to a dog designed through genetic manipulation like the pug? The wolf was the evolutionary
it looks like a buoy.
Years, adaptive changes that formed an exemplary animal, and we, in just a few thousand years, are destroying all that evolution. And let me be clear, I have nothing against pugs because
they should keep the dogs that help the humans the best that they can, and the rest make it illegal breeding. Keep the German shepherds, the border collies, the dogs that help people cross the street when they're blind, and the rest make it illegal to breed. None of them. In a few, maybe even a decade, you'll see zero of them.
Not to blame. It's the owners who I believe aren't aware that they're encouraging.
Because it pushes the argument that the only reason why you would get another dog, the ones that help, is that they're cute. And when you max out that fucking trait and that sort of method of going, what do you get? You get this shit. Remove it's only cute. Remove this shit. Then
animals to suffer throughout their short lives. And this is where I want to make you think. I believe we need to reconsider how we treat animals because at this rate, what does the future hold for them?
How's it done? Explain.
I'll leave you with that thought. Thanks for watching. And
explain it then.
Why'd people happy?
All right.
Alright, then let's do it with humans then. Fuck it. Surely. Okay, then if you agree with this, then let's do it with humans and fuck it. Let's only get good-looking ones. Oh, now that's weird. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, exactly.
Now
the chat switches up.
Now I'm crazy. Come on, bro. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I mean, I'm not even entertaining this idea.
Typical chat being fucking retarded and hypocritical.
So what?
Like this guy.
Have you showered yet? If you did and didn't use Cheeky soap, and it doesn't count. Cheeky's the best soap in the universe.
I was really upset about this.
How do you turn a 20-minute video into the debunker the goat isn't working? The debunker is always right.
Point is, yesterday was a pretty crazy day on Twitch. I think most of you have noticed over the last year or so, I've been very out of touch when it comes to internet creator drama. I haven't been keeping up like I used to, but occasionally I do still dip my toes in sporadically to see what's going on. And yesterday during stream, chat was telling me about two really big things that were happening. The first being a live streamed birth on Twitch. The second being...
What's up, man? I think my chat just got fucking delayed because I got 6 messages in 1 second. Dude. What? I just got 6 messages in 1 second. I don't know what happened. I mean, pugs are everywhere though. It's just, the pugs are city dogs. You know, if you look at what kind of animal is for... Chat, you know cats are better as city animals because cats eat rats. Dogs aren't city animals. Dude, dogs are for hunters. You know, dogs are for farmers, right? They're not meant to be in the city, right? People walk their fucking dog in the city parks. You know that thing is gonna maul a little child and kill him. Dude, you know for a fact, people that own dogs, and you used to, people that own dogs for to keep them in their home, like Hassan, for example. Dude, just don't get a dog, man. Dogs aren't meant for that life, dude. Dogs are meant to be, they're rural animals. They're meant for rural people, dude. If you want a dog, then go and hunt. Go and get some fucking sheep and let it herd the sheep, man. The dog doesn't want to sit in their fucking house and sleep all day, dude. If you get a cat loves that. The only thing it wants is to fucking, dude. The only thing they want is to sit on your lap and sleep, dude. The only thing they want is to kill rats and mice and shit. But if you get an intruder, you know your cat is gonna let you know immediately. You know, a dog needs to go out, right? A dog needs to do something, man. And if you're a fucking desk office work slave, don't get a dog, dude. The reason you're so overworked and you never get any rest is because you have a dog. Like, a dog is a full-time job, dude. You need to get something else. I mean, get fucking ants or like a goldfish, dude, if you can't care for an animal.
I skip because I generally...
Some people are just not meant to take care of dogs because they don't know how to. They can't control their dog. They're not meant for that life. They're not dog people. People think they're dog people because they think dogs are beautiful or dogs are cute. Just because you like the look of something doesn't mean you were meant for that shit. Right?
Publicly display it. Something like the birth of your child, to me, would be something that you would want with your closest family, your soulmate. You know, like, this would be something so personal that you wouldn't want just a bunch of strangers peeking in on. And of course, I am not her. I am not the family. She can do whatever she wants, but I'm giving you my perspective here, that to me, this seems like a sign of the times where everything needs to be like content brand, content oriented. There's really no other reason to be live streaming the delivery of your child other than the obvious attention it's going to bring.
What about the cash money though, on God?
And I don't know, to me that just feels so odd and so, I hate using this word, dystopian. That word is like actual fucking like acid leaving my mouth because it's lost so much meaning with how overly it's used, but this feels so dystopian to me. It turns something as sacred as life entering this world into a monetizable spectacle, an event that tons of people were watch partying like it was a fucking football game.
What if some government came together and actually paid for this? to make the birth rates go up because the birth rates are declining. A lot of countries are beyond the point of no return. The population is collapsing.
So it's not just a baby that might need to be breastfed here. She actually went out and was breastfeeding the entirety of the Twitch ecosystem here with additional views for those streams that were watching and reacting to her giving birth. I just think that is so fucking sad that everything has to be content now. Before that baby can even have its first thought or open its eyes, it's already a piece of content. It's already in the social media chaotic swirl. It's already on camera. And to me, that's just crazy. But to a lot of people, it's not. Which I think is just kind of concerning that we've deteriorated so much that everything is like expected to be content now. I'm a viewer of this streamer, why shouldn't I be allowed in the delivery room when she gives birth? In fact, that makes a lot of sense for me to be there, actually. I've watched her streams a lot. I don't know. I just don't like that. Again, I'm very happy that everything went super well here with the actual delivery of the baby and everything seems to be very healthy.
I thought they had to go to the hospital and shit like that.
I just truly cannot agree with the sentiment that this is somehow like a positive thing. Because I don't view it that way. Like, to me, this is very clearly content first, like content focused, and everyone can eat, so everyone gets a piece of content to watch this baby being born. I don't know. I don't really like that idea. It somewhat reminds me of a joke I told a while ago about a piece of content about how I should deliver a baby. Like how extreme that would be as like a banger video to deliver someone's baby. It's like, it's kind of like that joke, but unironically here, like it actually happened.
Well, even if there's a 1% chance that whatever I have at home isn't adequate for the delivery, I won't even take the chance. I'd go to the hospital. What if there's a complication? Something's going on with either of the human beings, brother? Nurses can't save you from everything.
Well, of course not to the level of like some completely unqualified goober like delivering a baby, but just like the act of a child being born into this world immediately becoming a piece of content. I just don't like that. Anyway, though, let's move on to the next subject. This is the one that is by far the biggest from yesterday, and probably one of just the biggest topics in general, which is Hassan and his dog.
But it is emblematic of all of America's much more consequential violence.
Marcus.
Okay?
Weaver.
It's the same reason as to why America... Kaya, please just fucking go. Just stop.
This is the 1,000,000th time I've seen this clip.
Jesus Christ, what are you doing?
Really, man?
You're being such a baby.
Somebody just says, ew.
Yeah, what kind of games do you like? Like, what type of games are good nowadays?
It's just... You're making her stressed. She just literally is
Dude, my fucking chat is broken.
Incredibly spoiled from my mom.
My fucking chat is broken, dude.
Dude, what a spoiled little
Man,
kitty
this is
bear,
so fucking annoying.
It was allowed to get out of the fucking 2x2 that I built in the frame for 5 minutes last night when it escaped and it went up. That is crazy. Bro, and spoiled
what he's even upset about in the first place that he starts like scolding the dog for.
Alright, dude. It's such a fucking joke.
Like slightly off of that. It's like in a video game, like in Metal Gear Solid, when someone gets like a fucking question mark over their head, they're like zipping to you immediately. Like she doesn't do anything really other than move slightly, and he is noticeably upset. He is upset about that specifically. Even before this incident, earlier in the stream, he had already, gotten annoyed at her for moving around prior to this.
The absolute worst country on the planet, straight up, bar none, a capitalist shithole. Kaya, now is not the opportunity for you to... Down.
Yeah, but I don't get it, though.
Absolute worst...
Yeah, but I don't get it, though. Because I don't watch his streams. Like... I didn't know this was a thing. I don't really get it. How come everybody watches this every day and they're like, this is fine? This is not fine.
Because the people that watch Hassan consistently
out,
are brain rotted. They're completely radicalized. They're just completely dumb. They're dumb.
Down the fucking step. I don't get it.
They don't know what's going on.
She's gonna break any rules, and maybe she's gonna, guys. I'm gonna get away with a few steps. in freedom in Camp 14. Maybe I do a little U-turn. Whoa! But I need to look at the prisoner guard.
What is your natural
Hold on.
hair color?
Like,
I just
really?
watched Muggle Money.
Fucking place on the planet. Just a horrific.
So I think it's pretty clear that the dog moving off of that spot is what's making Hassan annoyed at her. Now, I saw he mentioned place training. Place is an actual dog training thing. And the whole idea behind it is designating a spot in a comfortable location for your pet. For a lot of people, I know it's like their office if they were.
Wouldn't it be more for like service dogs and dogs for the blind people and whatnot? Things that they have a task to do?
I don't know.
Oh.
Maybe it's just to get, if there's visitors around and then they need to get them away or something.
And Hassan was talking about how that area is her
Or they need to
place.
have them chill out.
Place is supposed to be like their happy spot where they are super safe and they feel super secure. And the way training goes with this, at least from everything I know about dog training, now keep in mind, when we first got Tetra, we did do dog training because my grandmother used to live with my parents, and Tetra gets very excited to see people. It's the cutest thing in the world, but she loves to jump on people. And my grandma living at my
Yeah,
parents'
you
place
can't
goes
control
visit
your
my
dog,
kids
so you're a
because
shit
if you
owner.
jump on her, it
Right.
can cause injury. So we
Yeah,
do
I get
dog
it.
training in order to
You
learn
live in
how
a
to
city,
like
you own a dog, you
combat.
can't control your
We
dog.
didn't
Your
do
dog
any, fear
jumps on
training
people,
or anything
mauls
like
people,
that.
and you
Shot
can't
collars,
control your
whatever.
dog.
Place
You're a
was
shit owner,
something
right?
that
You
we
get a
could
dog
learn
because you
about.
think it's cute
And
instead
when
of
it
getting a
comes to
dog
place,
because
you
you
do
know
not
you can
want to,
handle
like,
dogs.
make it
You're
something
a shit owner.
stressful for the animal, at least in our teachings. It's supposed to be a
It wants to be
comfort
there.
spot for them, not
Yeah.
like a stressful thing where they just go there and fucking like, you know, blue screen in the brain and just sit there idly comatose. And if they don't, they get punished. So he's calling this her place, but when she's moving from the place, he's scolding her.
Chat, I feel like a lot of people might have this happen by accident. I would maybe I'll take a wild guess. Say most dog owners, this happens by itself, automatically. You give it a little bed, but it'll be there 80% of the time. Boom.
That's not what we were taught you're supposed to do when it comes to place training. That kind of defeats the purpose of it. I don't know why he would be getting so upset at that, like angry at the dog for moving
My cat has
from
that.
place. That really does kind of defeat the whole purpose of it.
She's in her sofa,
And then
like-
in that clip, it seems like he reaches for
Nice
something.
and
Like he looks off screen and he extends his arm to something, and then shortly thereafter, the dog yelps in pain, and Hassan turns around and calls her a baby, and then tries to reassure the chat that she is spoiled, and then goes on to say that she's spoiled because his mother lets her, you know, have free roam around the house. Now, he and the community are claiming that he didn't use a shock collar or anything, didn't like zap her, you know, fucking Palpatine lightning blast her or anything like that. She got her dew claw stuck on that spot.
Dude.
And that's what made her yelp in pain.
Sure,
I guess
man.
quick dog lore breakdown if you're not familiar.
Yeah, but how come people have to come up with schizo theories? Why? Hassan knew what he was doing. I hate to be pulled the ripcord, but people were defending him left and right with the craziest shit, and he was just letting it happen because might catch a dub. If some guy pulls a theory, it's like very believable. We'll go with that. But he wasn't saying shit. He was happy with like the status quo of how things were going. Let's keep it about. And I think that's just weird. It's weird. Could have said anything. If it is a claw thing, why could you have said it?
With how those creatures function or anything. The dew claw is separate from like the paw pad area claws. The dew claw is a little higher up on the leg. And it's an old trait from back way in yesteryear when dogs needed that extra claw. It is just now an evolutionary leftover. It's still present, but it's not something that obviously gets utilized by dogs to the same degree it used to. It is a sensitive area. That is true. If you've ever cut your dog's nails, or if you've ever taken your dog to like a dog salon or something and they like gave your dog a nail trim, you probably noticed that when it comes to the dew claw, they're very defensive on it, like cautious, because it is such a tender spot. I have watched this clip like fucking 10 or 15 times now. And today I had some friends come in from out of town, so obviously I've been out most of the day at the farm, and this was actually a conversational topic. It's become so big that it was brought up by them. And every single person, and pretty much everyone I've seen online outside of Hassan and Hassan's community, is all saying the same thing. That yes, it looks like the dog does like touch its leg to that spot on the bed, but it doesn't look like it gets caught or anything. So it feels very unlikely that that is what.
Now get us an anatomic wizard to explain the physicality, because I try to explain it because, I mean, frankly, that's not really possible. As in, what I'm saying is that anatomy, in the way that the dog is moving, if the dog already has weight on its left paw, and it's already pushing down a little bit, in order to lever on top by using its left paw as an anchor, his right paw will be up. It's already anchored. Does it really do anything that's lifting the right paw? It doesn't. I don't think. So why would the left paw get caught as it's not moving, not changed, didn't do shit? Explain it. Explain it. How do you give me a wizard that can explain that? The paw has not moved an inch of any direction. It hasn't done anything. The right paw was about to move until it yelped because, obviously, something happened.
Caused the dog to scream in pain. Like, I don't think that's what made Kaya, that's her name, yelp. It doesn't seem to get caught or snagged on anything. And dew claws aren't so sensitive and so tender that even touching them would cause like a panicked scream or anything. Unless she has an injury there, but I don't think Hassan has mentioned that, at least not that I've seen. So it feels to me very unlikely that that's what caused it, based on everything that we can see.
Also, I wanted to know, right? Is vibrating
that's what caused it, based on
is the vibrating thing any better than the shocking
even
thing?
Hassan's community was starting to question.
Unlikely. I'm actually going to step that up.
Because this really is one of the most shocking situations I've ever encountered, you know?
The club would have had to been stuck.
Right, of all the drama things, you know, what you call it? The
tiny bit of pressure extra.
Right, the guy that killed that rapper dude that killed someone in their trunk or something.
That's just not happening.
I mean, the Hassan thing is way more shocking, actually. Or Hassan doing something bad that's shocking. Dude, that's actually shocking. Like, literally shocking.
And he kind of downplayed it and shrugged it off as
I would have never guessed that Hassan's drama situation could be this shocking, you know?
And instead of doing
probably the most shocking Hassan drama ever.
Not even just streamers, just normal people would do, of like showing, no, look, it's not a shock.
Why do people that watch streams only like jokes that are for old people? I don't think young people that are young actually watch streams because they're too brain rotted, or they're too fucking dopamine fried of the TikToks and the AI bullshit. People that are below 15 or 16 years old, they can't physically watch streams for more than 1 minute. They can't. They get bored of it and then they go back to their fucking TikToks. Right? Oh yeah, only youngs watch streams. People always say that xQc enjoyers, or xQc glazers, juicers are always 9 years old or something, but this is not true.
Give me the
actually, dude, if you said half of the juicers are above 25 years old, that means you're probably right.
I'm trying to look at this.
It's probably half 25 plus, and then half between
I mean, I want to watch it.
25 and 16. And no one below that watches streams. They just don't.
Some of the theories debunked completely.
And the content that xQc discusses and actually does is way too mature for children. Children don't like this type of content.
Really, bro?
They don't like drama content. They hate it. Our children they just watch video games. They watch video games and brain rot, and that's all there is to it. Children like watching TikTok compilations, but not when people watch TikTok compilations and people react to it. Children, they like the ones that are brain rot. It's just brain rot compilations. The TikTok compilations in the nowadays, I've seen this. Dude, they put TikTok compilations inside a short format on YouTube Shorts or TikTok. Dude, you can't make this shit up. It's like the TikToks themselves aren't fast enough, so you have to put the TikToks in a TikTok and then condense them even more for it to be watchable. I mean, yeah, pretty much. Well, not that. It just once they get a job or they get married, then they start realizing there's more. They don't have the time for it because streams take too much time. Right? If you have things to do, you can't watch the streams because there's just too much to do. Right? That's why I don't watch it. I usually only watch YouTube because, well, I'm in Europe, so I can't watch all night fucking long, and because then I'm already feeling the age catching up, and I'm like 2 years old now, right? So if I also don't sleep, then I'm just maxing Alzheimer's. Right, at that point it's GG's. So I can't watch the streams anyway, but even the people that can, they don't watch all the streams all the time because they can't. There's not enough time to keep up with the GOAT, and that's why he's the GOAT, right? He's just so much better than everyone else, no one can keep up with it. But anyway, once you're out of time, you're just gonna have to do some things, and you have to do them. You can't be distracted, and you can't do anything else.
Possible. That any of us with the right ball, it is not
because possible. Jobs take time, and women do take time.
Down or up, that anything happens, that is crazy. You even try to have this theory.
Dude, women take more time than children do.
People, and I'm not fucking stupid. I saw those Twitter guys, those orbiter guys,
right?
Defend them.
Being married is harder. Or going from single to married is a bigger step than going from married to raising a child. I mean one child, right? Not multiple, because that's a full-time job.
Before it even lifted in any direction, and that's after the fact, because now the sound already happened. The yell already happened, which means that the act might have been a few frames before in real life. Crazy.
Same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just
look at that.
But he's mad because she moved.
That's crazy.
But he didn't catch on anything, dude.
No shot. No absolute.
He just put his paw. How is he catching on anything if he already put his paw on the black? You can see his left paw didn't catch, and his right paw was still on the ground. So it's so obvious it's a shock collar, dude. E-collar.
The camera lag.
Saying no, it's not
a shock collar. The debunker gave him all the time in the world, all the leeway. He was so generous with his judgment, and every time he just failed. Right, Hassan is just unexcusable.
Actually, 3 seconds just to unclip
the way he went about to try and hide it, he went about it so poorly. It's just unexcusable. I'm not even mad at him for shocking his dog. I'm just mad at him for being so dumb or so bad at covering up his tracks. You put so much time. You spam your entire house, all of your walls full with a bunch of shit, like most critical, where you can't make out anything. But you know the guy's cultured. He's got a bunch of shit and he's thinking about all these things. And you put your dog, you train him to stay at one spot all day long, right? You take your time to do that, and then you can't even cover up your tracks when you do something bad. Right? You spend your entire life training to be a public figure and to be seen in the best way possible in the public light for degens, right? For complete schizos, right? And you can't cover anything up. How is he still so bad at this shit? I don't get it. How are you so bad at this? Right? I've seen toddlers do better at covering their tracks.
I feel like most people would be very quick to show you and prove that it's not a shock collar because it's so quick and so easy to do. And the fact that he doesn't is odd. Like, it is very peculiar.
But even if he was trying to hide it and he was guilty, why didn't he just swap out the collar for something different that isn't clearly a shock collar, right? That had the light on it, because you couldn't see the light on the dog. You could only see the light. You couldn't accurately make out what model it was. And then he showed it, and then you look at it, and it's clearly a fucking shock collar, dude. And it matches up with the other one too. It makes no sense. Like, even if he did change it out and swap it out, and then he still showed a fucking shock collar. Like, what is he thinking? It makes absolutely no sense. If you try and cover it up, that makes no sense.
Never let anybody call me out on this shit. I would never let anybody call me out on this for even a minute if it was false. I wouldn't even let it for a single minute. And he wouldn't either. Unless he couldn't actually debunk it.
Especially for what's easily a slam dunk. Like, you have all these people attacking you, you could easily just come out and fucking slam jam thank you ma'am on them by just being like, nope, it's not a shot collar, look, here you go, the proof is in the pudding, behold. Like, it'd be so quick, so simple, and it would be irrefutable. But that didn't happen yesterday. Instead, it was kind of brushed off as like, you've got to be fucking stupid to think that, you know, Hassan would shock his dog on stream. And he just kind of propped it up as like, the only people that would believe this are like bad people in the first place, or like, you know, grifters, this kind of thing. And I just find that to just be so disingenuous, because most people are going to see this and it looks like you shock your dog. Given how annoyed you are with the dog, and right before she yelps out in pain, you roll your eyes, you look at something off screen, you clearly are like, you are reaching off screen, that is very clear, and then the dog yelps while you were still annoyed, and then instead of doing like what I feel like most dog owners would do, would like check to see like, is everything alright? Why'd she just yelp in pain?
Yo, we're talking about a few frames. We're talking about a few frames where there's no more movement on his arm.
Yeah,
in place, and he's actually doing something. And we're talking. It's not about a second or half a second. We're talking about a few frames.
It's about the same amount of time it takes for the Bluetooth to register and the dog's reaction time to kick in. It's literally that amount, right? A few frames. That's just inexcusable. It's like 200 milliseconds, right? When you're getting shocked, it's faster. That's 100 milliseconds for the dog and another 100 milliseconds for the Bluetooth.
Like aggressive.
That's a few frames.
And I would want to know too, like what?
A bunch of
the camera is probably at 30 FPS or maybe 60.
Apparently, Hassan has mentioned that she does have like an AirTag.
At least the YouTube playback feature goes at 60 FPS. I think. Maybe.
The moment where she yelps, where there's like a green blinking gadget there.
Yo, if you're gonna reference the research, okay. If you're gonna reference the research, you have to credit the debunker. You have to.
Mm-hmm.
A little fucking gizmo.
That's my hard work.
And people were speculating that's probably.
There were some people in YouTube, in my recommended, that were crediting the GOAT. They were saying xQc destroyed Hassan, because he did. The debunker is always right, and he just destroyed again.
This is the one that they saw.
Only the debunker stands for the truth.
And that's it.
No one else, just him.
That's it. Good. There's the AirTag. There's the fucking vibrator. It also has a flashlight component to it at nighttime, and it also has a tracker on it when.
But does it have an electrical component?
She gets lost. If she were to actually get fucking lost.
So on stream he was showing that the unit everyone saw is something that can only vibrate, it can't shock. It also has like other things like a flashlight and stuff. And then he went on to explain like why he has a vibrator there for the sake of like training and that kind of thing. Now, since this was a day later, obviously people are going to be wondering, is this real? Like, is he telling the truth? Like, you could have swapped it out. You could have changed out the previous model with one that doesn't have shocking capabilities, because there are vibrate-only units, and there are some that have vibrate and shock, something he also mentions that those kind of things do exist. But since this was...
He's not deflecting or lying. Sure, he didn't go through every step of what some chatters wanted, but he didn't have to. You have to go as much as you want to defend yourself, right? If you think that people said something that could hurt your image, right? And you could debunk it to the best of your ability, why wouldn't you? So yeah, he doesn't have to do anything. He could say suck me off, and I would say okay, that's fair enough, right? So you're saying, oh, he doesn't have to do that. Sure, he doesn't have to do that, right? But wouldn't you? If somebody says, yo, dude, you have muffins in your pants right now. We have 5 muffins right there. All of them are missing, and you have a big bulge in your pants. You have all my muffins, bitch ass. And you go, oh yeah? You mean this? And you walk away. Like, okay, well, you didn't yeah, you don't have to prove it, but like, I mean, you could also go, yeah, I mean, shake your pants, whatever, like wiggle around and see if any muffin good comes out of it.
So far after the fact, people are always going to wonder, well, did he just switch it out? And something else that spawned from this is, it looks like there's tape on it. So when you watch it and you like pay attention to the
analogy. I love that actually.
Unit, it looks like there is just some black tape on it. And a bunch of people started to try and find out what brand this is, because I don't know if I missed it and everyone else missed it, but I don't think he mentioned what model this is, like what brand or what model, anything like that. So people don't know what it is, they're just going to have to like take his word for it that this is a vibrate-only unit, and since there's no visible prongs, you're led to believe that it can't shock or anything. However, there are shock collars that have detachable prongs. In fact, the shock collars we use on Skill Check channel when we play Magic the Gathering and make a misplay and we shock ourselves, you can take the prongs off of those. I think that's a pretty standard feature in a lot of shock collars, I think. So, like, you can just take
of course
off. And when you increase the brightness here, it does seem like there's definitely tape. I've seen this picture floated around a lot, and people believe that they have narrowed it down to a model.
I'll use my research about the flipping theory. Wait, why is it flipped? Tampered. Tampering with evidence.
Yes, because if he were to tamper, why wouldn't he just change it out for a model that doesn't shock?
Which seems to match it visually one-to-one in all aspects except for the bottom side there, where on the
what do you mean, bum hater? Dude, he's only speaking the truth there. No?
What I can tell, at least online, and in the
he's not saying you're bum. It's just if you are jobless and have no wife, then you have more time to watch. So of course the ratio is going to be in your favor. If you're a bum, right?
Well,
if you're a jobless bum and you're an incel, yeah, you have so much time. Of course you're going to watch live streams.
If you did remove them.
So of course people in the chat are going to be mostly bums that are also incels. Just look at them spamming Huff for no reason. Like what? These guys only think about anything sexual all day because they never get anything. You know?
Not some dirt and not some contaminants to get inside of the holes, which could also, in fact, maybe break the device. That's my take.
Oh, you mean fucking Yacht, dude? Yacht saying that it's just lying straight to our faces, man. Saying xQc is not the GOAT. Come on, man. These fucking haters. You know it's the GOAT. Well, he's not really a hater. He's just misinformed. He doesn't know the legacy. He's never experienced anything about the GOAT. He doesn't know anything, man. He doesn't really hate. It's just he's lying out of ignorance. I hope. I'm really being generous here. But
and almost in a deliberate.
Maybe if you never see the legacy and you don't know that, and you have never watched the GOAT, it's easy to not know that he's the GOAT, of course. But once you start watching and you start glazing because it's the GOAT, then you'll realize he's the GOAT, right? The more you glaze, the more you realize he's the GOAT because he's the GOAT.
And instead talks about why she's like a spoiled baby. I don't see anything that.
I mean, it's either dumb or ill or just very bad for not glazing the GOAT. You know, demonic.
Debunked by a chatter. You can get credit for that. Debunked. Real.
So, to me, it feels like it is something he did. Even if it's not a full-blown shock, he didn't get her with like a Dungeons and Dragons lightning bolt or anything like that. If it is a vibrate-only unit, I feel like he definitely did press the vibrate in that instance there. I see nothing else that would cause that yelp here from everything that we can clearly see. And if that is the case, and that, to me, that's what it seems like the case is, that's super fucked up. She didn't do anything wrong. I don't think there's anything to warrant him being upset in the first place. And to be upset enough to press a...
it's kinda cold. Well, not cold, it's just... There's no sun out. If you can see... My windows are wide open and there's no light.
You would have to show me scientific.
I mean, it's just typical, actually.
What do you mean?
Right, it's fall now, right? So the time of the day is shortening. And if you live very far north, if you go in the winter, you just have no fucking day. There's no day. It's just this is night. It just keeps being night all day long.
I feel like he definitely did press the vibrate in that instance there.
And in the summer, it's the opposite. Right? In the middle of the night, the sun is still fucking shining, so you can never fall asleep. And you just get your brain rotted. You can't think in the summer, man, because there's these bugs around, and the day never ends, man. That's why I hate the summer.
Evidence that a dog will yelp if a vibration is big enough in the confines of what that device is able to output that would make it cause to do that. And if that's possible, I'll entertain it. I'll entertain it. That would be an if, but it's why I'll entertain it. Because for it to yelp like that, it had to be at least a certain dose of pain above the threshold at which it can tolerate as a little, right? So, is that something that happens with dogs, with the vibrate? Maybe you have a vibrate thing, right? Whatever. If you put vibrate on max, not that you should. I don't think you should do that. I think you should throw that shit off of it. But on max, would the dog yelp on max vibrate? I know nothing. I would think not, but.
Maybe, well, if it's hard, if it's really hard and you put a vibrator on your dog, maybe it will yelp. Maybe. Depends on how hard the vibrator goes, though.
I'll eat my words. If some scientific guy in a
that would cause that yelp from everything that we can clearly see. And if that is the case, and that, to me, that's what it seems like the case is, that's super fucked up. She didn't do anything wrong. I don't think there's anything to warrant him being upset in the first place. And to be upset enough to press a, correctional button on that device is so beyond fucked. There was no bad behavior or any kind of correction or punishment.
Is there no human that tried all the settings?
All she did was move on the bed slightly, slightly move off the bed. I think it's super fucked up. But if this is all wrong, it's all a bunch of hooey, and Hassan didn't shock or vibrate or do anything at all here to cause Kaya to yelp in pain.
Guys, I'm sorry, chat. Guys,
I've seen the memes.
Without empirical evidence, I might have to fucking.
I saw that meme where Mr. Editor had to blur it out because there was a South Park clip, fake AI South Park clip, with a dog getting shot 8 times and being fucking comboed into the air in it's a gun in a fighting game. Man, the dog had started talking after getting shocked.
But also I still think
I've seen him. It's just when I saw him, it's buried within a 2-hour-long video of the debunking everything.
And then of course people were mentioning how Kaya's on stream 8 to 10 hours a day, and then just all of a sudden randomly he decides to shock her today. Yeah, great story you've got there, Buster. Really shows how stupid everyone's become. Everyone's really fucking dumb to believe in something like this, all just because he hasn't in the past on stream. And then, of course, people take it a step further, saying none of his friends have ever called him out for using a shock collar, thus this has to be a load of, fucking horseradish.
I mean, he's a
libtard. I think that's a very weak argument. Because I know if Hassan does use a shock collar, he would never let any of his friends see that. Because
well, he's not a libtard, he's a fucking communist.
Call him out for it and give him shit for it, especially someone like Maya. So they just wouldn't know. Thus, they wouldn't be able to call him out on.
Yeah, but Jason the Wheel Queen. My God, I didn't do it on purpose.
Also,
people saw it. No?
Is it just me? He's an Islamist, right? If you're an Islamist, don't Islamists hate dogs?
It's a common thing that people see it. Nobody called it out.
Or anything like that. And this whole idea of making an assumption based on things that are outside of what is clearly visible here, I think is useless. Just because you haven't seen it in the past on stream doesn't mean it's not something he's done before, or it is very possible this was the first time. That's also very true too. What are shock collars used for? Training. And what is he currently doing with Kaya, at least based on what I've heard him talk about? Training her, or at least expanding the training on place. So maybe he decided that this might be a good tool to use for the first time. That's also entirely possible. It's not some far-fetched crazy conspiracies that only haters are drumming up and, falling in line with. It's a very plausible thing based on what is clearly visible in the clips. Anyway, just wanted to blabber about this a bit. I know I've been very out of touch with internet creator drama. I plan to keep it that way. But occasionally...
You're still lying. You know you're chronically online. This guy's on Twitter. You're chronically online keeping up with all the drama because it's your fucking job. Stop fucking lying, dude. Stop lying, Penguin guy. You're not tough for going and saying what everyone likes you to say, man.
It was tempered. How often does he change the position of the fucking air tag? How often does he do that? Probably fucking
a whole truck. Yo, please upload the video. Please upload this video. I want to watch this.
Yeah, you put it back the wrong way.
Dude, I want to watch this, man. Please.
Put it back the wrong way. That's crazy.
Crazy. That was crazy. That's so crazy. This better be the last Hassan segment ever. This has to be the nail in the coffin now.
The green.
Huh?
The green can only happen on the... Fuck. I can't see. This side.
No way, dude. It's already been 3 days, man.
This side.
You got one yesterday, but it was 2 hours long. And the one the day before, there was more than an hour longer. Dude, I can't take it anymore.
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna pass out then. Right, because the enlightenment you get from the goat is too big. It's just overwhelming. Hey, what's up, man? Prima. W Prima.
You were to put your hand in here, and your hand is wearing this collar. What happens? For this to be above the device, the light would flash on the opposite side where you can't see.
Yeah, so you have to have tampered with it.
The light would
between streams.
On the other side.
You had to have taken it off and tampered with it between streams.
The light was on the side that's visible.
They didn't do it on stream.
Which means
so
this
the part that's bugging me is right. I get this. The part that's bugging me, if he took it, we know he tampered with it to on stream because we know the other side doesn't have the light, so he had to have tampered with it because he didn't do it on stream. It has to happen in between the streams, right? So he tampered with it probably to take the prongs off and put the tape on. Why didn't he just swap out the model and order a model that isn't electrocuted, it doesn't have the electrocution on it, and put that one on to fit with the story? Like, he could have actually wormed his way out of it, kinda, if he put it on the right way again. He could have maybe wormed his way out of it a little bit, kinda, if he just wasn't a fucking retard. But how are you gonna tamper with evidence and then show the evidence that incriminates you? What the fuck are you thinking, dude? Does this guy just want to be seen as a dumb, evil shithead? Like, what are you thinking, man?
I was mad because I was like, oh,
so dumb.
I was like, oh, yo, whatever, show it, whatever. Oh, of course he's gonna show it then. It's complete. It's reversed. So at least it doesn't show anything. It's crazy. So that at least there's a degree of change and tampering.
Yeah, but he still showed a fucking shaw collar. He didn't change anything. He showed a collar and changed it out to fit with the story. Everyone he wanted to disprove. Like, what the fuck is that train of thought in this guy, man? Like, you could have put a fucking brick on it. And it could have been believed. Like, put a fucking brick with a light on it, dude.
I'm not putting shit on these. Show me one.
I'm good.
Yo, Mr. Beast is demonic. Yo. He's a crazy motherfucker.
Chat, shocks are terrible for your hearts.
His shit was at 3, 4.
Dude, you get shocked, it's so bad.
Just put it to 1 so we can go gradually.
You can get like your heart rhythm getting fucked up forever. Actually, you get heart palpitations because of it. Like not just a temporary thing, like for life. Like your rhythm gets fucked up and it's kind of over at that point. The people that do drugs like meth and cocaine and whatever they overdose and they die and they get saved with the prongs, right? They get saved with the prongs like in Battlefield, where you get shot and die and you get saved with the prongs, right? When that happens, your heart rhythm gets so fucked it can't stabilize and you can still be alive. You have heart problems now forever, for the rest of your life. It's over, right? Once it gets fucked and it stops being a consistent rhythm, you're done. Right? That's why shock collars are pushed to be illegal, because they're terrible for your heart health, for dogs, right? Yeah, basically in bonk, let's say you're bouncing on it, like you're bouncing on it. Let me show you actually. I can explain in bonk terms. Okay. Please no porn on my screen. Please. Please. Let's say you're bouncing on it. Please no porn on my screen. Bad map. Is it bouncy? No, not bouncy. Fuck you, dude. Maybe bonk. Yeah, no, that's not. This one decays. What about this one? Yeah. Let's say you're bouncing. This is your heart rhythm, right? That's your heart rhythm. And if you get beating fast, you get this, right? But let's say you beat it so fast that this happens, right? You beat it so fast, it starts to go too fast, right? It goes too fast, and then it stops. How do you get your rhythm up again? You need to make a jump, right? You need to make a jump, and now your rhythm is fucked, because the moment you start requiring jumps to get it, you get this, right? You get an inconsistent heartbeat, and that fucks your rhythm, because your rhythm is designed to function with how active you are. Your muscles, your brain, when they're working hard, they need blood, right? And even if you're working, your metabolism slows, right? You adjust what organs are working and how hard your heart and your lungs are working based on what you're doing. So if you're active, you need more blood pumping, right? So you go faster. If you're not active, let's say you're sleeping, you need less blood pumping, right? Now, if right, so you need less blood pumping, you know. Let me word it correctly. So when you're when it's inconsistent, you stop being able to adjust to the situation, and what it causes is when you're sleeping, your heart is pumping too fast, and you can't fall asleep because you're tweaking, right? You're kind of tweaking. You can't fall asleep, and you get terrible sleep, which gives you fucking Alzheimer's and dementia and shit. But then when you're active, you get out of breath because your heart isn't pumping fast enough, right? And you tend to it's GG's, right? Oh, you mean you have an iron lung?
Okay, well, isn't
you have a heart device. You're a cyborg.
And I want to see him go to jail. Chat, I want to see a stream dedicated to a song with a shot collar, tight, where you can't get one finger through. And I want to see a song get shocked all stream. That's what I want to see. And then I want to see him go to jail. Like, that would hit. I'm just being real. Yo, what are you pinning, retard? Chat, I want to see a stream dedicated to a song with a shot collar, tight, where you can't get one finger through. And I want to see a song get shocked all stream.
Dude,
that's what I want to see.
You're a terrorist.
Like, that would hit. I'm just being real.
Tight.
What are you pinning,
Like Tuco. It's not yet. If I show it, I'm getting banned, man. If you show 2 frames of footage that's copyrighted, you get banned, man. Completely unjustified. I don't do Siggy stream. You know what? When you do too many drugs, it's hard to keep up. You gotta have to focus on 1 or 2, right? Preferably 1, because then you kind of take it and you feel incredible, but then you don't have that down afterwards, you know?
I give Kaya the
if you take two, you get in a cycle where you have to take one and then you have to take the other and then you have to take one. And if you don't take anything for a little while, you just get fucked, or you get completely thrown out of your rhythm, and then you just need more and more and more. That's how you spiral out of control. So because people don't do meth and they don't do cocaine, they do and meth and fent or and coke and they're an alcoholic, and then you're fucked, right? Then you're really cooked.
Theory of the vibration. That's just a command. It's different. It's a completely different story.
So if you do ciggies, you probably are also an alcoholic. So that's why it's bad, right? And if I do energy drinks and ciggies and zin, but then I kind of have to drink alcohol to balance it out.
Shocking her, or dew claw.
Right, it's just too much.
Like, oh, you're fucking shocking her. Then I suspect that a bunch of people who have never trained a dog, never had a dog that required training, being completely idiotic. Yeah, I mean it's a
mod command, zappy. What is that?
It is basically
right, you need to avoid comboing then. Right, if you want to spiral, you need to stop comboing.
Obviously, a lot of people love dogs, myself included.
Yeah, I'm not doing this.
But if you do more than one, it's almost always a combo.
The Weasley,
right?
Little Liar dude clip, and now we're full circle. Now we've gone full circle. He has to do it. He has to. It's a smash of deaths. What a Weasley, Little Liar dude. Do the whole thing, and it's complete. We have a full storyline. Without it, it's not complete.
Also, what is the best drug? What's the best one to take? You know, if you're min-maxing it and you need one, or you really need one right now, and if you're min-maxing it for the most benefit overall, what's the best one? Alright, that makes sense. Right, because then you really feel incredible, but then you also feel awful afterwards. But again, if you just keep taking it, you feel incredible more and more and more, and then you die before you even feel the down afterwards. So I mean, that's his max win, no?
That's the truth. You're mad as fuck that Kick is working. Hassan, how could you talk about Kick communities and Kick creators being
communities?
The cancer? Bro, what you preach to your community, they're brainwashed by you, bro. You live in a $5 million house. You buy nice clothes. You buy designer. You buy jewelry. You buy everything you want to do. You never donate to anything that you preach and all this stuff. You contradict yourself every time. You're a terrorist. You don't even like America. He doesn't. He doesn't, chat. He really, really doesn't. I'm just being real. He doesn't. Okay? Now, here's what I will say as well. He knows Kick's working, chat. He wishes he took that bag at the very beginning. He knows...
Jesus. That is crazy.
Yeah, Aiden Ross is trying to point out... or trying to point out that Hassan is jelly. He's jealous. He's jealous of other people's success.
It's not fun, man. Hey. So I don't know what I'm doing now, chat. Oh, is it no? Yeah, I will pay.
Hassan, sandpaper.
No, come on, man.
Cinema.
Come on, bro. Dude, you guys are making it something that it's not. Okay? I'm debunking it for the other people.
All I wanted, desired, needed was water and time to stretch my legs. But whenever I
shock collars are not bad for dogs. What are you doing? No, I'm moving. Stay in frame.
My name is Gaia. I am stuck on this bed. Help me.
/
Battlefield. What do you mean Battlefield? I don't know what you're talking about, man. You mean the new Battlefield game, man? Like the new wasn't it already out years, months ago?
Alright.
Hashtag free Kaya, hashtag deport Hassan.
Dude, I don't even play Clash Royale, man. I played it one time in the last month. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we already bumped all of this.
Yeah, I went with it.
Dude,
I went with this.
stop putting the same fucking pictures over and over and over again. We already talked about this all the fucking time, dude.
That's not... Alright, I'm doing all this.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw that. What? You mean the talking dog? Or the other one? The one in the thumbnail?
I can't play Lego. Nobody's wrong. Maybe we can play some tomorrow.
Holy tweaker. These tweakers did it actually just tank it always. Did you guys did you just feel nothing, dude?
It's not even like actual electrocution. It's like a Thames machine. Okay? That's the other thing.
It is 6 elixir lightning on
How are you in his chat saying question mark? And you come back to this chat today
on the,
and you fucking start swinging around the same argument
on the 8th elixir hog, brother, dude.
There is no shot, my brother, man. That is crazy, man. That's crazy. Honestly, I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
Yes, a shock collar is like if you've ever used a Thames machine, it feels like ants. It's a Tens machine. That's what.
Yeah, I mean that's just not true.
Sensation feels like. Okay.
Dude, you get shocked from the static electricity on a balloon, dude. That's actually nothing. Or that's enough to power a light, right? An LED light for exactly 0 milliseconds. Right? That feels awful. That feels terrible. That doesn't feel like an ant. An ant feels like a little tickle. Right? Static electricity, when you get shocked by it, it doesn't really hurt, but it's really annoying. Right? It's really, like, you never want to feel that. That's so annoying. Like, dude, this guy's just talking out of his ass. It feels like ants. Come on, man.
I'm kind of, I want to do a bit of COD actually. Free what? Just a few games. Guys, I'm addicted to this game. I enjoy playing it. I'll probably just do a game after. So don't expect some crazy fucking.
Free what? Free Kayastine. XQCL.
Well, I'm gonna play a little bit of Bonk. Please, no porn on my screen. Please, no porn on my screen. Please. That's not the button I want to press, dude. I want to press this, and I'm not even thinking. Just a little bit of quick play, man. Oh, fucking swastika, dude. You know what? Just a month ago or something, or just a few months ago, right? I uploaded this video talking about Ye. You know the guy, Kanye West? Talking about the theory. And then they try to fucking censor it, dude. They try to fucking censor it. Like it's not, it cannot not actually. I'm not in school, little buddy. I'm not in school, buddy. No. I'm not in school, you fucking noob. I mean, this guy's just trolling. What a fucking bitch. What a little fucking cunt, man. Noob. Fucking noob. What a fucking little noob. You're trash, dude. Okay, 5 minutes. Oh, that's okay. Dude, stop being boring, man. Let's play the game. This guy's so boring. Like, what are you doing, dude? What is he thinking? Dude, most people that play this game are children in school. Dude, middle schoolers. They're all middle schoolers. Dude, what are you doing, dude? Okay, Bomb the Snow. Definitely not sniping this guy. How did he join, by the way? You're a new player, dude. You know, in quick plays, the game is skill based. Or I think it's level based matchmaking. You're right. So usually when I get matched up with these dudes that play this game for 20 hours a day for 5 fucking years. You know, like they're level 400. That's not lucky. That's just a prediction. I knew you were gonna do that. Now that's something that no. That's just something that works when you already know the game. Ooh, you almost killed me there, dude. Right, you know that works. What? Where the fuck was I? Dude, my fucking jump was eaten. Yo, dude, you're just getting lucky, man. You're getting fucking lucky, dude. Dude, what a lucky bastard. Look at how lucky you are there, man. So fucking lucky, dude. Okay, look at this, then. Look, that's not luck. That's pure skill. Look, pure skill. Yeah, this map is pure skill. Just look. Stop typing then, cut. Look at that. GG. Look, good game. That's it. That's not lucky. You need to be locked in for this game, dude. Okay, GG. Already GG. I mean, my jump got eaten. That's so lucky, dude. That's just lucky. How did you... That's lucky. That's lucky. I mean, that's just lag. I mean, that's just the netcode of this game. GG. It's already GG. I think you can't... You can't pre-jump. You can only pre-jump on people that play too predictable, man. Look. You need to time your heavy as well. If you can't time your heavy, man, it's no good. I mean, GG's already. It's already GG's. Look. Right, I mean, this game is no fun. Just noob something isn't fun, man. Okay, I mean, that's lucky. That's just lucky. That's just lucky. Dude, that's so lucky. That's so lucky. What were you thinking, dude? Okay, dude. Now you're getting cocky, dude. Now you're getting cocky. Like you. Okay, dude. Try it then. Noob that, cut. Dude, I even style on you, man. You know I'm not playing serious, right? I'm just trying to do little tricks on you, you know, because dude, playing too hard against noobs it's not fun. Because then you just keep winning and winning in the lead. Because if you win too hard, right? It's difficult because it's not difficult because you can't win the games, but because you can't find lobbies that's filled with people, because people just leave, you know. People just leave and then they miss their heavies twice. Wow, that's lucky. What was that, dude? That's so lucky. That's so lucky, man. You need a heavy, dude. If you don't heavy, if you heavy, you would have killed me. I mean, that's just lucky. You're just camping at the top. Getting lucky every time. You get lucky with the ball, dude. You got a lucky jump. You got a lucky jump twice, 3 times. See, it's GG's already. You get a map where you can't camp, you can't get lucky, then it's GG's. You see this? GG's. It's already GG's. You can't camp, you can't get lucky. It's over, dude. Look at when I'm locked in. That's what happens, right? You can't win. Right, if I'm locked in, it's not fun anymore. You see that? That's why I'm not playing serious, because until you get some of these games, and it's just not fun, because it's just difficult to find lobbies at this point. If you're so good at the game and you're the bonk king, right? And you can't stop bonking the noobs, right? It's just too easy. See that? It's too much sauce. Right, too much sauce. You don't even have to touch them, and you just win. What do you mean I'm losing? It's 20 to 7. Right, subtract that 1 game or these 2 games of the other guy. Dude, that's at least dude, that's like a 50% increase. Yo. You need to hit your heavies, man. If I went after you there, you would have lost. You see that? I mean, that's just lucky. That's so lucky. That's so lucky. It says noob like you're not the noob. Right? Look, I win. If I lock in, I win. It's GG's. Oh, so lucky, dude. So lucky. Look, it's too easy, right? I said I was gonna win. Right, this one is so slow. If you try hard, hard on this map, it's so slow. I have to go easy on you, right? If I don't go easy on you on this map, it lasts forever. It's no fun. The map is too big. It's too big for classics. This one's kinda big, but it's not too big. You see that? You see, it's not too big, right? Because it's only at the bottom. You feel me? Right? You see, that's too easy. Once you get to the sides there, it's over, right? You try to save yourself. Lucky. It ate my jump. It is because of the lag. Easy, dude. So easy. Look at this. He's dude so bad. He can't even type. He already lost when he started typing. I'm old, right? Old. I mean, now you're just lying, right? Let's say I do this, and I move, right? If you truly had that much ping, right? You wouldn't even have seen, right? You wouldn't even have seen me, right? Because then I kill you like the Flash, dude. Right, it's too predictable, man. You pre-jump like that, it's just too predictable. You can't win it. It's impossible. I even gave it to you, man. If you time your heavy there, you would have won. I gave it to you. I purposefully didn't heavy. I mean, it's over already, dude. Look at that. It's GG's. You try to double tap me there, really, dude? Right, no heavy, because if I heavied, I would have gone off the edge. And you maybe would have won if you got lucky. Right, that's not lucky, that's pure skill. You know that because I'm the Bonk King. Bonk King doesn't need luck. Okay, that's lucky. That's so lucky. I wasn't touching my keyboard. I just let go because I knew you were gonna fall in the void. I already won if it was locked in. Right? If it was locked, that's so lucky. That's just pure luck. That is so lucky. That's just lucky, dude. That is just lucky. Dude, the map is like Plinko, man. You just balls fall to the ground. Jeez. Right? You see this? I mean, you're playing boring now, dude. Now you're playing boring. You're not even finding the risk. I'm always putting my life on the line for the game to move on. And now you just go slow. Yeah, I mean, dude. And then you can play. Or then you complain about luck. Oh wow. Right. You want to go fast. Fast. You see that? Fast. Boom. And GG's. And GG's. If I got that ball there at the side, right? It's over. It was over. It was over. And he just keeps typing, right? I mean, if you hit your heavies, it's you might have gotten anything, right? That's not lag. That's just being bad at the game. It's called being bad, right? It's called having a skill issue. So if you need to, for this game, you need to time it so you heavy when you get hit. It's better to over heavy than to under heavy, right? Because if you under heavy, it's GG's. It's already over if you don't hit it. And the angles too, right? If you get hit by a corner you didn't expect to see there, it's over. Nah, lag. It's always if you lose, it's luck or lag, right? But if you win, it's always okay. GG's. Only if I win though, right? If it's I lose, never GG's. It's only luck and lag, right? Wow, dude. You know, I do it because you did it. You did it first, right? You talk shit, you get it back, right? If you're a noob, you can't talk shit. If you're a noob, you can't ever talk shit. It's not how it works. You see them trying to move on the game. I'm playing fast. Because if I play slow, it's like this. It's just good luck. Good luck trying to get over that, dude. You see that? It's too easy, right? If I lock in and I play slow and I camp like you do, right? Then it's too easy because that's a problem with the game, right? It's gonna campy. If you lock in, it's gonna campy. You see that? Oh, you get the thing. Yeah, you get the thing because you're not a noob, right? You're not a noob. You're a tryhard. You locked in into this game for hours, right? You play this game every day for hours because you wanted to beat me because I'm the Bonk King, right? The whole world revolves around me because I'm the king. See that? See that? That's lucky. That's lucky. First time, but you knew the block was coming up though. You knew the map. You already knew the map. This is not your first time. You're just lying now. So you're just lying now. So you're a liar. So you're lying with the lag and the luck too. Yeah. Exactly, dude. Exactly. Really? I mean, that's just luck. That's so lucky. Alright, any non-luck based map and it's too easy. You see this? You can't even get close to this one. Right, it doesn't matter how much you spam your heavy. If you spam it, it's gonna make your heavy hit harder. See that if you're too predictable, you don't even heavy, you don't even move. You don't even move and you don't even heavy, right? And then they still fall for it. Right, they still fall for it the same way. They always fall for it. Right, because it's not about the actual moves in the game, it's about aura. Right? The aura killed you there. It wasn't me. It was the aura. I think this guy's kind of laggy. He's passing through me or something. It's just kind of laggy. Dude, I mean, this is so lucky. This guy's so laggy. I tried to hit him like twice and he passed. He didn't. He went through the guy. What the fuck was that? Like, I'd never even seen that shit before. What, dude? What it's so laggy. That's so unlucky. I mean, he's just getting lucky. Ah, so lucky. I didn't know what you were trying to do, man. Pull a quick one on me, really, dude. I mean, he didn't even hit me, right? He didn't even hit me. Yo, the game servers are so shit. Right? You know what time is it then? Dude, saying lucky like I wasn't locked in or something. I wasn't locked in, dude. I was just kind of messing with you, dude. Because I usually when I play and I never need to lock in because I'm the bonk king, you know. The bonk king doesn't need all that. The bonk king simply destroys. Because it's in his nature to, right? Sovereign citizen gets huge reality check. It isn't just a drunk guy getting arrested. Yeah, man, I was playing without sound. I was playing deaf, pretty much. So you can't pull that one on me, man. I'm also handicapped. You know what? I was playing with my feet. You don't know this, but that's how I learned to play the game. I was playing with my feet. And
do you have a license? Do you have a license? Yeah, I'm trying to get home though, man. I just caught a flat. Yeah, I get it.
I mean, I don't have a foot cam, so I can't prove it.
You stopped in the middle of the road. You heard my tire. That's obviously the reason why. I don't know why you're getting so defensive. I'm just checking. Look, don't you see this? I'm literally checking. But I have to get home to my baby, man. I get it. I don't know why you're being so defensive, though. You are. You're jumping down my throat here when all I was doing is just checking up on you. I'm not jumping down your throat. I'm in. All right. What's your name? What's your name? Hold on a second. What's your name? Hey, man. Get off your phone. If you give me your name, date of birth, we'll get you going out of here, okay? Because of my tire, that's why you're going to check my plates? Well, your plate's not coming back to anything. Hey! I caught a flat tire, so you're going to ask for my license because I caught a flat tire.
I mean, yeah.
Gotcha.
Why not?
If you just give us your name, date of birth, we can attach you to this because I'm out with you. As long as you come back clean, we'll let you go. I don't get what the problem is.
When you have your four-ways on, that's your hazard lights.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Okay,
but you stopped.
See, man, happens to
I did not stop in the middle of the
You
road.
stopped right here.
Yes, because I have my hazards on. You're allowed to stop if you got your hazards on.
And I'm allowed to stop to make sure you're okay.
Yes, I'm okay. My tire went.
What's your name and date of birth, buddy?
Hello?
Take him up for obstruction.
The police just stopped me.
Right, you know that. Right, Bombus now finally... Bombus now finally has internalized the truth. Because when you know the legacy, you know the truth. xQc is the GOAT. And there's no denying this. Right, denial only comes in ignorance or lies.
She said I'm a Moorish national. You know what that means?
I don't know what that is.
The term Moorish national driver that the lawyer refers to is a term used by some members of the Moorish sovereign citizen movement who believe they are not subject to United States traffic laws. They also may attempt to use fraudulent documents or claim sovereign status to avoid having a driver's license, registering their vehicle, or paying fines. The lawyer will continue using this tactic even when she soon shows up to argue with officers in person.
Tell him.
Okay, we'll just tow your vehicle.
You just gonna tow my vehicle? Yeah. Sorry, they just said they gonna tow my vehicle. Really?
It's got a flat tire, you can't be driving it. The plates don't come back to anything. How about you just give me your name and date of birth?
Okay, what's your name and badge number?
Officers in Galley, badge number 8070.
What's your status?
Keep your hands out of your pockets.
Oh, my hands ain't in my pockets. What's your status?
What do you mean status?
He said status. What's your nationality? You don't have one.
What are you talking?
We're not making a nationality thing about
What nationality, man? I'm with the police department.
We are nationalists, Moorish American. You know what that means? I'm not in no jurisdiction.
You're in our jurisdiction.
You're not in your jurisdiction. You are a friend.
56 in my head.
Moorish?
Do I have to have you come up
What?
here?
Her coming out here is not going to do anything, man.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Your plates don't come back to anything. You're driving down here with a flat tire, you got a light out.
Okay, that's not my fault that I caught a flat tire, man. Like I wanted to catch a flat tire.
The first, the second...
Yeah, like, isn't Moors from... aren't those the guys that conquered the Visigoths or something like that? What the fuck is he talking about? He's an American.
You don't need that.
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't need a partner.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
In order to be an attorney in the United States, yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I just had her represent me for a case. No, you didn't.
Go tell her to get ready for another case.
They said to tell you to get ready for another case. What's your badge number?
Real.
I mean,
63.
Sorry, write it down. Real.
that's kind of dumb. Escalating like that as a cop.
Don't mean that I can't stop you, okay?
Pretty bad, actually.
I can still jump out with you, buddy. It's
you hurt my tire, so
yeah, that's why I'm making sure everything's okay. Making sure your car is.
That's what they mean.
able to be
This.
driven. How come your plates don't come back?
That's awful.
Do I know?
How come your plates don't come back?
They should.
It's bad
I ran them
policemanship.
twice. But I need to know who you are. You're about to be under arrest. Just tell me who you are.
So they said they about to arrest me. Can I talk to you for a second? Yeah. I'm not trying to cause no issue. Yeah, what's going on? I just told the officer here.
Right,
I'm trying to
you're about to get a case.
Huh?
This is bad. This is bad policing.
I am sergeant. Yeah.
You're just escalating for no reason, dude. Or just get the guy arrested for what he's doing. If he doesn't have a license, just get him arrested for that, and then you work it out from there again.
Okay. Can you hang up for a minute and call her back? Okay, just hold up. I'll stay on the phone. Okay, can you mute her or something for a minute? She's my authorized representative. Okay, so what's going on? What is a Moorish? I just caught a flat. He said that I stopped in the middle.
Those are the guys that conquered the Visigothic kingdom in Spain.
I didn't damage somebody's goods, so therefore, like, I mean, like, what is the issue? I'm standing out here freezing my ass off now because they started to get more information. If you was really trying to help me, you were trying to see about that tire, not about a plate. Okay, well, your vehicle's causing a hazard in the road, so they have every record. And I was trying to pull over, but now... Okay, so why aren't you giving your information? Because that's not why you stopped me, is because I just... Huh? Please just hang up the phone. What's the crime this man committed?
Your vehicle's causing a hazard in the road, okay? So if you don't give your information and stuff, we'll just tow the vehicle. I'm trying to understand what's going on, but I can't listen to you on the phone at the same time, okay?
No, we're not talking at the same time.
I'm not listening to both of you, okay? Let's hold on a minute. That's what's going on.
He came by. It sounded like he had a flat. So I got behind him. As I get behind him, he just stops here.
Okay.
So I put my lights out, I jump out, and it looked like he was looking at his side of his thing. So I was like, hey buddy, what's going on? I run the plate doesn't come back to anything. There's no registration sticker on it or anything.
Yeah.
So I come out, I'm like, hey, just give me your information. That way we can just make sure everything's okay.
Yeah.
He refuses to. Says he's a whatever national. I'm thinking sovereign stuff. He says that's his girlfriend or wife, whoever. He says it's his attorney, and she doesn't have a bar number because she doesn't need one.
He doesn't want to identify himself, he can go to jail.
Yeah, who is mowing the lawn at night? I don't get it.
His plate comes back to nothing.
Yeah. All right. It's the last chance. You either give your ID or you're going to go to jail.
I think it's his car.
Identify yourself, okay? So, your choice.
Look, man, we just want your identity. We just want.
It's no big deal.
Hello. Okay, so now they said they're going to take me to jail.
It's kind of loud, right?
Hello?
Just identify yourself.
Because I didn't identify myself, that's why.
And you're driving a motor vehicle?
No, sir, I'm traveling.
Oh, not again.
All right, hands on your back, buddy.
All right, so now they're booking me.
I don't know why you made this difficult. Do you not have a driver's license? Is that the issue?
You got warrants? No, sir, I think I do. I was just trying to get home to my son. That's all you have to do is get your information.
Is this you or you Ben?
That's what it says here.
Was this all worth it?
Huh?
Is this worth it? It didn't have to go this way.
I don't know why you didn't identify yourself.
Dude, stop fucking escalating, man. These policemen are just so bad.
You can identify yourself now, and we can just go with what's going on with this vehicle, or you can go to jail for obstruction and failure to identify yourself. So it's your choice what you want to do right now.
I'm just trying to get home to my son, man.
Okay.
He's not even. He's just chill. Why are they escalating like this?
My driver's license is at the house. All I'm just trying to do is get
For no reason. If this guy was he's just kind of a delusional, political delusional guy. Sure, this guy isn't doing anything bad. He's just got unlucky and he got caught. Sure, but man, these cops are just escalating for absolutely nothing, and the guy's just chill. Like, what are you doing, man? Like, just arrest him for breaking the law, sure, but the guy's just chill. Why are you escalating for nothing, dude? He's just annoying.
Is that why you didn't want to identify yourself?
Like, you're trying to catch him for more. Like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? It's just annoying. I mean, it's okay. You didn't get to say have any say. You have to get back in the back of the seat of the car. There's no other option, isn't there?
Later, after the suspect is booked in at the jail, his lawyer shows up.
I was on the phone. I was the one on the phone. Okay. I heard everything that went on. Yeah. I was trying to figure out, you guys.
There's a body cam. What the fuck?
Got him as obstructing and failure to identify.
That's correct.
Yeah, his Fifth Amendment right. He does not have to identify. And then, did you guys have a Fourth Amendment sworn warrant to search and seize him and his vehicle?
The vehicle was towed because it did not have valid plates, and it was obstructing the roadway with a flat tire.
What actual crime was committed?
Originally, I was just checking on him due to the fact that he had a flat tire. He stopped in the middle of the roadway, so
yeah,
he was.
Had on his hazards too.
She's just saying shit.
But when I told you, I referred to you on the phone that he was a Morse national. You guys disregarded it.
He still has to follow the laws of the state of Ohio.
Okay, let me read this to you real quick. So he was traveling for one, and I would just like to know what is the crime for? The crime that you're putting it as is for obstructing the roadway and failure to identify.
You guys, identify from a Moorish Science Temple of America, a religious nationalist movement. She's African Americans are descendant of the Moabites.
Moabites? Isn't that completely unrelated? I know the Moabites. They're from the Bible. Dude, didn't they live in ancient Israel? Dude, it's always Israel, dude. Every time you look deeper and it's always fucking Israel. It always comes up for no reason. But anyway, I think, dude, I'm gonna get the K paint out. The K paint. All right. You have, let's say you have Egypt. This is Egypt, right, with the Nile and all that shit, and then they have the Nile there. Then you have let's see, you have Syria up here, Syria, right, and Lebanon with what you call it. You have Israel, right. These guys are the Palestinians, pals. They're your pals, the Philistines. And then in the Bible, you also have people here, right? They're in this area. Those are the Moabites. Moab. And then Arabs, they live like down here, right? And then these are just the Babylonians and the Assyrians, right? That is the Moabites. And dude, that's in the Iron Age. That's like 1000 to 800, right? That's really, really long ago, BC, right? BC. Now let me draw a map of Spain. Let's say you have Spain like that, right? Like that. That's Spain. And then you have France up there, and you have the islands there, right? You have Morocco, boom, and like that, and like this, right? And then there's Italy, like there, the islands, like this, right? That's pretty much, that's the drawing. That is it. Now this is in the 1500s, or what am I saying? Like the 700s, 700s. You get the Romans, they get pushed out, right? The Romans get pushed out by the Muslims, and then they come in and they go out. And so you have these Arabs and the guys in the North Africa that they convert, and then they push out and they convert Spain as well, right? And then these guys that came in and conquered Spain from the Visigoths, which were Germans, they are called the Moors. Or at least the Spaniards call them the Moors. So that's like, dude, that's more than, that's almost, there's more than 1,500 years in between, didn't it?
As I told you,
It's more than 1,000 years.
With his vehicle, the plates did not come back to the vehicle, so that's fictitious plates.
I wouldn't say they were fictitious.
Dude, what are they saying?
Which, under the law, means
so
they
what
are
made you
fictitious.
stop to even bother him?
I was stopping to check on him originally.
I mean, you were stopping to check, but then as soon as you stopped to check,
I ran the plates because
you ran the plates beforehand or after.
Right before I got out of the vehicle, I ran the plates.
It doesn't matter.
They didn't come back to anything.
You
I
can
ran
run
them
any place you want for any
through
reason.
my dispatcher when I was up there to make sure that I didn't just mess it up. So verifying that.
So you ran the plates prior, beforehand, and then you ran them again.
Because I had to know who I was out with. I'm allowed to run any plate that's on the roadway.
Not
yes.
technically. No, not
yes, technically. It is. It's case law.
Laws. I mean, yeah, I have case law in front of me. So I know how to read it off my top of my head.
Otherwise, you'll be able to stop anybody you want for anything in it. The reason why you can't is if it's a vehicle, it's registered properly, it's not doing anything wrong, the vehicle can stay. If your plates are fucked, well, the only way to know is by fucking reading the plate. What the fuck?
As well,
it's how everybody on the road.
But he was traveling as well, but you obviously didn't even have a crime that existed, and you didn't. Was there an injured party?
No, there doesn't need to be.
You violated his Fourth Amendment right as well as his Fifth. He has a Fifth Amendment right, which I'm sure you're aware of because you took oath to it, right? The Constitution.
Any questions you need about the law, you can speak to you can talk to the attorney.
I don't
once she gets. Oh no, she's
myself.
No, our attorney.
Yeah, you're.
Yeah.
So, but what I'm saying is,
you can talk to her about that once.
But you did.
I'm going to but I'm going to write the report and then I'm going to give it to her.
How can I speak to her about something that's coming from you?
Because I'm going to write the report. She's going to file the charge.
Self-incrimination. Dude, none of this even has to be playing out in court. The plate's fucked.
So everything's gonna go through her.
You don't get entrapped by having a bad plate.
So he wasn't taken before a judge before you guys locked him up, which is kidnapping, correct?
No, not correct.
So he wasn't. Yeah, it is correct.
Not correct.
You didn't take him before a judge.
No, I took him to jail.
Anytime you arrest someone, they're supposed to go before a judge.
He goes before the judge tomorrow.
And he's tomorrow? That's not
in the
what
morning.
I got from the
in the morning.
Huron County.
Unless he bonds out.
No, that's not what I got from him. He
Unless he bonds out.
He'll be there from Wednesday to Monday.
Well, he has a warrant out of Erie County as well.
So you didn't see that warrant when you ran his tags?
No, because the tags didn't come back to anything. Once we ran the VIN off the truck, it came back to him.
Who's the other officer?
Officer Real.
Real?
Yeah, he gave you his name over the phone as well.
But I think she might be a Moorish lawyer.
63.
Real 63 is what he said.
Rio or real?
Real. R-E-E-L.
R-E-L.
It's a
Okay,
completely different ball game.
63?
63.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
And we'll see you in court.
Yep, guess who?
Less than a month later, the suspect is stopped by police for his fictitious plates yet again.
Ben, I got a
No,
warrant
not
for
a,
your arrest.
come on, man.
Yep.
For what?
Step out of the vehicle.
For what?
You didn't show up for court.
I didn't show up for court.
Yeah. Ben, step out of the vehicle.
Step out of the vehicle for what?
You got a warrant.
My court date is not until January 18th. What do you mean?
Step out of the vehicle or I'm going to force my way in there and get you out of there.
You mean you're going to force your way in here?
First of all, you're not running this show, Mr. I am.
No, you're not.
You are obstructing.
How are you running the show?
I'm the one that stopped you.
For what? Because I got a warrant?
First of all, these plates are expired to even come back to this vehicle.
Because what?
Those plates on the back of your car does not even come to this vehicle.
What does that have to do with a warrant?
You have a warrant.
How was that a power trip?
From the charges that...
That's not an ego. He could have literally already been in the car at this point. He didn't give him a warning. If anything, he doesn't want to deal with some back and forth bullshit when he could just end this shit. It's just fucking annoying.
That Officer Zagala had.
True.
I can't hear. I'm not going to listen to her nonsense.
Well, you know what? That's up to you if you don't want to
warrant
okay.
and
Right.
stuff? Come on, bro.
He's right. He's the GOAT. He's always right. Right? You don't doubt the GOAT. He's the GOAT. They call him the GOAT for a reason.
I will.
Because he's always right.
What's the problem?
He's not getting out of the vehicle. He said break the window to get him out, so I was waiting for you to get here. Sends back to a Volvo. So the same charges we dealt with in the past, we got him again.
Mr.
Different car though.
Car, man, okay?
So why does this guy have so many cars?
Can you show me the paperwork?
The other one get towed?
Yes, I will. You have 3 additional warrants.
For what?
For failure to appear. For the fictitious, for the DUS, and what was the other one? Another one.
Yeah, it was 3
But there's 3 of them. Because you missed the court date.
Plus you're driving under suspension.
And you're currently driving under suspension. Just don't make this any worse than it needs to be, dude.
Well, I'm not trying to make anything worse.
You're being non-compliant, okay?
I'm not being non-compliant.
Well, we're asking you to step out. It's a lawful order. But this is going to escalate, and you're going to catch more charges, which are felony charges.
You're not consent to any power.
Oh my god, no, please not. No, not again.
Who is this woman, man?
I would like you to step out.
Dude,
I'm going to give you about 5
she needs to
seconds.
shut up.
And we're going to bust your window out, and we're going to drag you out of there.
Crazy.
He said he's going to give me 5 seconds.
1,
and he's going to bust the window out.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep. Bust the window out.
Post it on Facebook, man.
Step out, Mr.
Step out of the car. I said step out of the car.
What are you doing? I'm not even resisting. I'm not resisting at all. Nah, that glass cut me in the face.
I did fix it. Okay.
That's why that the glass cut
What
me
time
in
is
the
this?
face.
Hold on.
You're okay. Hey, the cuffs are tight on me.
I'm going to re-adjust them.
No,
You
the
bought a
cuffs are
brand
tight on
new
me.
couldn't get new plates. Like, come on, man.
They're double locked and cuffed.
Make sure you put
Dude,
my
it's so
phone so I can
fucking
see.
late.
Don't try to reach for my groin area.
I'm not reaching for your groin.
Yes, you did. You just tried to touch my groin area. Man, that's a violation. Why would you try to do that?
Have a seat.
Can I get in the truck?
Yeah, have a seat.
How can I have a seat like that? I got to step in. I'm supposed to have a seat standing up. I can't. Wow. And you didn't adjust these cuffs. They are not adjusted, man.
Okay,
They're
I
tight
teach
as
this.
hell.
I teach this class in the academy.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, man.
3 months later, police find out Ben still hasn't taken care of his warrants or his fictitious plates during yet another traffic stop.
Really,
But this time,
dude?
His fake lawyer shows up in her vehicle and Ben hops.
No, come on, man. Yo, so they have him at the station with 3 warrants, and they let him go to deal with him more warrants later? So they let him go with a new one. How does that make... He's right there. He's right there. What is it? I don't get it.
In her back seat and locks the door. The fake lawyer then demands to see the official paperwork that shows Ben's warrant for his arrest.
What is it saying? It said arrest. Let me see the front page too. I need to see every...
If an individual's been notified they have a warrant, and they know they've been notified, just like getting served the court documents, it should ramp up in severity. Whatever they're gonna get goes up 2x per one. So it's exponential. 2x. If you have 5 warrants, okay, you were gonna go for 10 days. Now you're going for fucking 1,000 days. What about it?
This is the original. That's the copy.
Let me see the front page.
It's the same page.
Okay, don't get smart. I'm not getting smart.
Hey, Read it and then let him out. Yes.
No, you won't.
You're obstructing. You're gonna go to jail too.
You're gonna go to jail. You keep playing.
W escalation.
It's right here.
Okay, let me read it.
Dude. Now aura farm, dude. Now aura farm. Please.
This is a warrant for arrest. Open up.
And you are.
Come on, man. What a dumbass. Yo, stupid ass cop. You escalate and then stop escalating. What a little bitch, dude.
This is how it works. It's gonna work the same way as last time.
Well, why did he bother showing up with the
He
papers
goes to
and
jail,
explaining it?
and then he sees the judge in the morning.
Open the door.
You don't have
Open
to,
the door.
You don't have to fucking...
Opening it. Don't touch my door handle. I got it. He can get out. And do not
Procedure. He doesn't even have to.
I'm not playing with any of you. And
The plates are bad.
You have mine already.
Okay, what's his?
I don't know.
Open the door now.
What's your badge number?
Open the door.
Open. Come on, Ben.
Okay, he's coming.
He's not.
Quit reaching for shit. Quit reaching. Open the door.
Chat, is that Morocco? Chat, what is that?
He's not.
Quit reaching for shit.
That's Morocco, yeah. But these guys aren't Moroccan. You just don't know what Moors are. Right? Because if you don't know what a Moor is, chat. Let me get the color painting. Right, you have the Reconquista. You see that? Okay, again, this is North Africa, right? This is Spain. Like you have a little dip there, and you go boom. That's Spain. In the Middle Ages, you have the Christians in the north and Muslims in the south, right? And they're completely divided, right? And then here there are some Franks there as well. And then you have some no man's land, some battlegrounds, and then they're all divided, right? So like they're all divided and all that shit, right? Completely divided and all that. And then come in the Moors, which are the guys from North Africa. And the Spaniards just use this term to refer to the Muslim warriors from North Africa. Basically, they were the guys that conquered Spain, and at multiple times they tried to unify the Muslims in southern Spain through force. So they were conquerors, right? And they halted the Crusades at multiple times, but they were usually like ruled from North Africa, right? So they collapsed it again, and then they continue the conquering and all that shit, right? So these are referred to as the Moors. They're not really one nation or one people. It's just the Spaniards refer to them because the way they see it, they are, because they're just foreigners that conquer Spain, pretty much, right? But they're not one nation. They're not Moroccans or Algerians or whatever. They're not Arabs or whatever. They're just the enemies of the Spaniards, right?
Hey, take my coat off. Take my coat off.
Here, let me get his coat.
Take my coat off so she can get my coat.
Yeah, we got it.
Now, Zengel, you know you're a defender to the lawsuit, right?
And I hope you ain't got your gun out. And I want your badge numbers now. Put it right there. Here,
Hope
hand it to
you are
me.
well.
Hand
Can I
it to
get
me.
a welcome?
Dude, what a waste of everybody's time, and it's just what a waste of everybody's life. Like, Jesus, this lady, man. Well, she's just farming, right? She's just farming lifetime.
Get out! I'm getting out! Get out of the car now! Don't reach us! Get out!
She's under arrest.
Car! Dude, get off of her, man!
I'm stepping out! Stop and let me go!
Check, can you represent others and act as a lawyer without
And I got it.
a law
No,
licensing?
don't you touch me. Don't grab my wrist. Crazy, bro. Think out and you just told him to do that. You know what's
You're under arrest for obstructing.
No, I didn't obstruct shit.
What did she instruct, Zengel?
You knew you were under arrest. She showed up in a car to pick you up and get you out of there.
Get him out of here. Put him in the car. That does not make any sense, man.
You knew you had warrants. You barricaded yourself inside.
I did not barricade myself.
You locked yourself in there.
Dude, did you see what your officer did to me?
That's making you sit down.
Now let's like a cover for something like jaywalking, something minor. But then can I use just let's say let's see what Chat GPT does, whatever. And I say fuck it, I'll defend myself just to see what happens. And I just fucking AI this shit. See what happens.
I mean, you'll probably get away with it sometimes. Most of the time. If they don't really care, right? You don't go to court for jaywalking, dude. Like, the police aren't going to escalate if you're a dumbass that brings up AI slop to waste their time. They're not gonna waste their fucking time for some guy that just did something bad one time. They're gonna let you off the hook. Right? But if you go to court, you're cooked.
Please the court.
But
I come here today a humble pro se before a panel of 5 distinguished justices.
Is this, hold on. Is that counsel for the case?
I generated that.
I'm sorry?
I generated that? That is not a real person.
Okay, it would have been nice to know that when you made your application. You did not tell me that, sir. I received the application. And you have appeared before this court and been able to testify verbally in the past. You have gone to my clerk's office and held verbal conversations with...
Yeah, but Jack, he doesn't give up about the theatrics of court, about the song and dance. The guy's just there for business. He lets the AI do the talking. It's all good.
Yeah.
That's not a problem.
With our staff for over 30 minutes. Okay? I don't appreciate being misled. So either you are suffering from an ailment that prevents you from being able to articulate, or you don't. You are not going to use this courtroom as a launch for your business, sir. So if you are able to shut that off. If you want to have oral argument time, you may stand. So if you are able to shut that off. If you want to have oral argument time, you may stand up and give it to me.
That is crazy. Jeez, man. Come on, man. It's just an AI chat, Really?
You calm
It's
down.
rude for no reason.
All this didn't need to happen tonight.
No, I really.
Why didn't he come out?
Why are you even coming to get me? For one, I just picked him up from work.
Torta.
You had warrants. You knew we were out there. You locked the door.
Yeah, she was scared about to get smurfed on.
Dude, how did she turn him into a torta this fast?
I don't have to lie about shit. I'm counsel.
I don't get it. She looked decent. She looked decent last time, and she just turned into a torta in 2 months.
Man, look.
What the fuck?
The stuff that happened to me last week, dude, I was afraid he was gonna do something to me. I'm not even lying. I wasn't even bothering nobody, and I was afraid that somebody was gonna do something to me, man.
You know you have warrants.
Hop back in the car, all right?
Get back in the car. You got big wrists. It's just something that happens, all right?
I'm not insubordinate.
Wait, what the fuck? How did that happen? I thought she was fit last time, but she was a torta all along and trying to fool me. Okay.
Morris Nation or whatever.
Oh,
and they've already sued the judge, both judges up here, the law director, all that, pretty much the whole police department. I don't know what they're trying to prove.
Ben and his fake lawyer were taken
But how do you know these lawsuits, though? How, on behalf of who, with what? I don't get it.
to jail without further incident. While the fake lawyer was charged with obstruction, Ben was charged with failure to identify and obstructing official business for the first incident, totaling a bond of $6,000. For the second incident, he was charged with driving an unsafe motor vehicle, fictitious plates,
Deserved
and
it.
non-compliance. For the third
He
incident,
just deserved for
he was
being a
charged with 2
nuisance.
counts of fictitious registration, driving with a suspended license, non-compliance, failure to comply with a police officer, failure to disclose personal information, and obstructing official business. During Ben's trial, where he showed up with his fake lawyer, the court rendered its verdict and imposed sentence, but then Ben shouted gibberish to drown out the judge. For all incidents, he was ordered to serve 330 days of jail time, but only 60 days were required due to the rest being suspended. He was placed on probation for 2 years and was ordered to pay $880 in fines and $680 court costs. During trial, he consistently disrupted court with Moorish sovereign arguments.
Oh, man.
What would you do if someone claimed they weren't bound by the same laws as everyone else? If they power over them, and that's not hypothetical. It's the world.
Yeah, that's not too big of a deal because
They should get a bigger fine, though, for wasting everybody's
all the man children that are criminals do the same thing pretty much. But they don't claim that they aren't bound by the same laws. They just don't give a fuck and they just break the laws anyway, and then think they're justified for it. Just treat them in the same light because they're pretty much the same, right? They are pretty much the same. Let's see what let's see what the guys have to say. Early. Actually, the goat, man. xQc is the ghost. Right, and now you hit it with the goat. Okay, chat. I think that's it for today, man. That's it for today. Hey, see, man. Have another day. Have another week. You know I'm right. Is it the goat? Actually, see you, man.